The Scouts walk on to Grady's Field tonight, hoping to snap a 7-game losing streak against the Cincinnati Steam here at home. A 7:05 first pitch tonight at Grady's Field. Gabe Genovesi here with you on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network alongside my partner, Andrew Alix. You'll hear from Andrew in just a couple minutes. But let's get to the pregame. The Scouts come in 15-22 on the year. 10 games back of first place. I should say 8.5 games back of first place in the Richmond Jazz. The Scouts 6 games back of a playoff spot, but of course, with only 4 games to go, the Scouts have been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, but they can play spoiler tonight. The Cincinnati Steam come in 20-18 on the summer. They're 4 games back of first place, but the Steam are only a game and a half back of the last playoff spot in the Southern Division, a game and a half back of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. The Steam needing a couple of wins here in Xenia to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Scouts can play the spoiler role with a win or 2 over the Steam in the next couple of days. Cincinnati could be eliminated from playoff contention. These two teams are 3-3 against each other throughout the regular season. However, the Steam have outscored the Scouts 34-16 over those 6 games. The Scouts getting a couple one-run wins. They've gotten beat 11-0 and 8-0 as well, which makes for the huge scoring differential. The Steam, of course, will bat first here on the road. The lineup for the Cincinnati Steam tonight: Jace Mercer in the leadoff spot, followed by Aldo Buendia and Dallas Beaver. Alex Holderbach in the cleanup spot. Matt Workington in the 5-hole for the Steam. Mike Moffitt in the 6th spot. Cole Murphy batting 7th for Cincinnati. Hayden Singer and Roger Dannison round out the Steam lineup here tonight. The Scouts starting lineup being announced as we speak, just a few minutes away from first pitch here at Grady's Field. Around the diamond for the Xenia Scouts, Donald Ring at the hot corner with Joey Roddy still out with an injury. Aaron Takis and Ange Bourgeois the middle infield tonight for the Scouts. Aaron Takis at shortstop. Ange Bourgeois at second in his final game with the Scouts this evening. Ange Bourgeois has to go to a conference in California, and he will miss the last 3 games. Kyle Casserly at first base for the Xenia Scouts. Ryan Park behind the plate. Jordan Lambert, Francisco Andina, and Dylan Lottenville from left to right in the outfield tonight for the Xenia Scouts. And Trenton Wood on the mound for the Scouts tonight. I will give you his numbers when we come back after the prayer and the national anthem here at Grady's Field. Back at Grady's Field, a beautiful National Grady's tonight. Now 7:06 on the clock, so we'll have first pitch just a couple minutes after 7:05. Trenton Wood on the mound throwing his warm-up pitches now. Wood on the season for the Scouts. Well, there's not much. Only one game for Trenton Wood. He pitched 4 2/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 earned runs. Well, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts for Trenton Wood that evening. A 1.71 whip for Wood. So in those 4 2/3 innings, he allowed just under 2 runners in inning. And he will hope to have a little bit of a better outing tonight for the Scouts against the Cincinnati Steam, who come in 3rd place in the Southern Division. And the Scouts, who are on a 7-game losing streak, hope to snap that here tonight. I gave you the lineup for both teams, but just to reiterate, it will be Ryan Park behind the plate tonight for the Xenia Scouts, catching Trenton Wood. And Jace Mercer will lead it off for the Cincinnati Steam, Trenton Wood that day, a loss, an 11-3 loss to the Southern Ohio Copperheads in game number 2 of that doubleheader that day. Part of this 7-game losing streak for the Xenia Scouts. Mercer walks to the plate. Jace Mercer, a switch hitter, will bat from the left side against the righty Trenton Wood. As Mercer steps in, and we're set to go here at Grady's Field. Sorry, there was a little bit of confusion there. The umpire was looking toward the dugout. And finally, we are ready to go. First pitch to Jace Mercer. Inside, ball 1. Mercer, the sophomore from Cincinnati. 5'10", righty. Well, he throws righty. A switch hitter from the plate. Batting from the left side. Mercer waving the bat above his back shoulder. The 1-0 pitch. At the knee, strike 1. A pretty nice night for baseball here at Grady's Field. We've had some rain all day long, but the rain has held off now, and we are set to go at normal time for this ball game. The 1-1 pitch. Chopped foul down the first base line, 1-2. And even with the rain, obviously, with the all-turf field here at Grady's Field, it wouldn't have mattered too much. The problem is when it's just storming here at Grady's and it's hard to see, or you get some thunder and lightning and the game has to be canceled. The 1-2 fouled off behind the plate. Jace Mercer stays alive for now. Mercer, the second baseman tonight for the Cincinnati Steam. He steps out, takes a deep breath before he gets back in. Wood sets. The 1-2 delivery. Outside corner, strike 3. Jace Mercer doesn't like the call. A curveball catches the outside edge. Wood gets Mercer looking, his first strikeout of the night. 1 down here in the first, and that'll bring up Aldo Buendia for the Cincinnati Steam. Buendia, a guy who is new on this Cincinnati Steam team. He actually played his first game of the season against the Xenia Scouts about 2 weeks ago. He went 1 for 5 with an RBI in that game. This is his 11th appearance of the year for the Steam. First pitch. Popped up center field. Ondina going back, now coming in on the ball, and he will make the grab. 2 down. That ball just died in the air. Ondina started to retreat back, and all of a sudden had to take a few hard steps in to make that catch, but that's exactly what he did. And there's 2 down here in the top of the first, and that'll bring Dallas Beaver to the plate for the Cincinnati Steam. Beaver, probably the second most, if not the most dangerous hitter in the Cincinnati Steam lineup. He leads the team in hits with 52. First pitch, outside corner, strike 1. He has the second best batting average with a .351 average. He's second on the team in doubles with 11. And the guy behind him, Alix Holderbach, now the 0-1 curveball, catches the outside corner, 0-2. The guy behind him, Alix Holderbach, He would also be up there for the most dangerous hitter on this team. He's batting .360 with 12 doubles. That leads the team in both categories. The 0-2 pitch grounded right back to Wood. He fields it on a hop, tosses to Casserly, and that'll do it for the Cincinnati team here in the first inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Trenton Wood. That's the start the Scouts were hoping for. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head to the bottom of the first here at Grady's Field. No score between the Cincinnati team and the Xenia Scouts. The Scouts trying to get on the board first here in the home half. Ryan Park, Aaron Takis, and Jordan Lambert will lead it off for the Scouts tonight. They'll face Mitch Gremling on the mound for the Cincinnati team. Gremling, the righty, faces Park, the lefty, to begin the game. First pitch at the knees, strike one. Ryan Park, a .260 hitter on the year. 4 doubles, 9 RBIs for Park. Gremling likes to work quick. Now the 0-1 pitch. Low, 1-1. Around the diamond for the Cincinnati team, Dallas Beaver at the hot corner at third. Aldo Buendia at shortstop. Jace Mercer at second base. The 1-1 pitch. Popped up, foul territory, third base line. Beaver pursuing. Now the shortstop comes over. Buendia makes the grab. 1 down here in the bottom of the first for the Xenia Scouts. And that'll bring up Aaron Takis for the Xenia Scouts. Takis, a .293 hitter on the year. 2 doubles, 12 RBIs for Aaron Takis, who's playing shortstop tonight for the Xenia Scouts. Cole Murphy at first base for the team. Hayden Singer behind the plate just to finish that up. First pitch. Low and away, 1-0. Matt Workington, Mike Moffitt, and Roger Dannison from left to right in the outfield tonight for the team. The 1-0 pitch. At the knees, strike one. The count even at 1-1 to Aaron Takis. Takis bats from the left side. The 1-1 pitch. Outside corner, strike two. Now the 1-2 pitch. Line drive, foul down the third baseline. Count stays at 1-2.
We've seen Aaron Takis playing a lot better here in this second part of the season. Probably a little bit of an adjustment from that D3 pitching speed to the pitching that we're seeing here, but he's ultimately adjusted, now probably the best hitter on the team.
The pitch. Chops right side toward the second baseman Mercer. He flips to first. 2 down here in the home half of the first inning for the Scouts.
For Xenia, it's going to be important to get on the board early. It's just been an absolute issue during this 7-game losing streak and during the season at large. The Scouts just falling into big deficits. We saw it yesterday, 6-1, ultimately losing by a score of 8-2. Here at the offense, it's tough to play in holes like that. But Trenton Wood, we saw a good first inning from him. So now the offense got to come out and make a statement here in the home half.
First pitch now to Jordan Lambert. Low ball 1. Mitch Gremley, a 3.76 ERA on the year. He's 5-0 in 7 appearances. Those 5 wins tied for the most in the whole Great Lakes League. The 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0. Gremling, 40 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 40 hits, so about a hit an inning. 18 runs, 17 of them earned. The 2-0 to Lambert. Fastball chopped foul down the first baseline, 2-1. 15 walks, 26 strikeouts for Mitch Gremling. A 1.35 whip, walks plus hits per innings pitched, so just over a base runner an inning. And a 263 batting average against, so opponents bat a little under 300 against Gremling. The 2-1 at the knees, strike 2, 2-2 to Jordan Lambert.
Yeah, Lambert, a guy who has been pretty consistent these past couple of days, got on a hot streak earlier, but for Lambert, trying to pick up that production, extra base hits, and so on and so forth.
The 2-2 fouled off behind the plate will stay even at 2-2. Jordan Lambert leads the team with 39 hits, a 291 batting average, 5 doubles and a homer on the year for the senior from Tennessee Martin. The 2-2 from Gremling. Line drive, base hit, right field. Down the line, Dannison cuts it off. His throw in is quick. Lambert will have to hold at first, a 2-out single for Jordan Lambert.
And a good look there for Lambert. Just absolutely hammering that ball down the right field line. A laser down that side. Now another hot hitter to the plate in Kyle Casserly. The Scouts, we've seen him do it with 2 outs a couple times this season, or even during this losing streak. I remember it was a Jordan Lambert single followed by a 2-run Kyle Casserly home run just a couple of days ago. Hopefully the Scouts can emulate something like that here.
First pitch to Cass. Fouled off behind the plate, 0-1. Casserly, a 273 hitter on the year. He is second on this Xenia Scouts team in hits with 35. Leads the team in doubles with 11 and home runs with 2. The Scouts have not hit a lot of bombs this summer. The 0-1. Line drive right into the glove of the third baseman, Dallas Beaver. And talk about unlucky. A few feet higher, and that ball goes all the way into the left field corner and might score Jordan Lambert.
Yeah, that could have been another one of those Kyle Casserly doubles that we have seen all year.
Instead, nothing doing for the Scouts here in the home half of the first. No score. We head to the second. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. No score through 1 here at Grady's Field. We head to the top of the second. Trenton Wood back out on the mound for the Scouts. He'll face probably the best hitter in this Cincinnati Steam lineup, I should say. Alix Holderbach, first pitch. Low ball 1. Holderbach, a 360 average. That is first on this Cincinnati Steam team. 12 doubles, 5 homers for Holderbach. The 12 doubles is first on the team as well. 5 home runs is second. The pitch. Low once again, 2-0 to Holderbach. Holderbach, the designated hitter tonight for the team. That 360 average is 8th in the Great Lakes League. Wood sets now the 2-0 pitch. Low and in, 3-0 to Alix Holderbach.
Yeah, Holderbach, like you said, just a very dangerous hitter. He does drive in a lot of runs. One of the few guys that you'll see hit more doubles than Kyle Casserly.
The pitch. The get me over fastball does just that, 3-1. Alix Holderbach, if you look up and down the league rankings, the top hitters, I should say, in the league, Holderbach is all over those rankings. The 3-1 fouled off. Count now full at 3-2. Holderbach's 8th in average, 5th in the league in hits with 49, 5th in doubles with 12, tied 7th in home runs with 5, and tied 12th in RBIs with 27. Sorry for all the info there. That kind of sounded like a lot.
A lot of convoluted there, but moral of the story is he's good.
The 3-2 lined into center on Dina chasing, and he will let it land in front. A leadoff single for Alix Holderbach, 1 on, with nobody down here in the second for the team.
Absolutely no surprise. Just, between the first and second inning here, me and Gabe having an off-air conversation about who the league is. We both agreed that's probably third baseman for the Copperheads, but Holderbach's got to be part of that conversation when you're talking about most talented hitter in this league.
Holderbach stands on first now. Matt Workington to the plate for the Steam. He bats from the right side against the righty Wood. The pitch. Curveball fouled off behind the plate. Oh, might have helped Wood out there a little. That curveball high and away. Instead, Wood is ahead in the count, 0-1. Workington, a 304 hitter on the year. 5 doubles. That leads the Cincinnati Steam Club. Wood checks Holderbach. Go over. Holderbach dives back easily. Workington playing left field tonight for the Cincinnati Steam. The 0-1 pitch from Wood. Swung on and missed. He blew a fastball right by him, 0-2.
Yeah, Wood getting that velocity up between last season and this season was sitting around 82, 83 last year. Now up to about 88, 89.
Wood spent 6 weeks in Florida working on his throwing motion and trying to get that velocity up this summer. That is why he only has that 1 appearance with the Scouts this year. He came to the team pretty late after going to the camp in Florida. The 0-2. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 3. Wood's second strikeout of the evening, 1 down here in the second.
Yeah, and Trenton Wood, just a guy with all the talent in the world. We saw him on last year's 2016 Xenia Scouts Ball Club, and he was so valuable for the Scouts in long relief, just allowing the Scouts, when they were trailing, to keep themselves in games. After an impressive school ball year, like Gabe said, Trenton Wood's keeping his eyes on the prize and looking to see how he can improve going forward.
First pitch to Moffitt, line base hit up the middle. Ondina fields it in center. Quickly gets it into Takas at shortstop, but a 1-pitch single for Mike Moffitt. Runners on first and second, 1 down for the team here in the second.
And now with big Cole Murphy coming to the plate, Trenton Wood's going to have to be very careful here. Murphy, he provides you an out in a lot of ways, but also a big threat in a lot of ways. Murphy does strike out a lot, but a big-time power threat as well.
And Andrew relaying all this information after seeing him all year last year. Murphy joined the Steam late this year. This is only his 10th game. The pitch just misses off the inside edge, 1-0. Cole Murphy in his 9 games, 7 for 23 from the plate. That's a 304 average. 4 doubles and a homer. 4 doubles and a triple for Cole Murphy. So you talk about that power. The 1-0 pitch misses below the knees, 2-0. 4 doubles and a triple in only 7 hits for Cole Murphy.
Yeah, and last season setting the Cincinnati Steam franchise home run record with 12. He set that very early in the season.
Wood sets the 2-0 delivery. Ground ball, and it is foul down the first base line. Good thing, because that ball hopped over the glove of Kyle Casserly at first, and it counts at 2-1.
Yeah, that ball very close. It just dances down that first base line, but ultimately breaks foul at just the last second. Good thing, like Gabe said, Casserly was not about to field that ball cleanly.
Murphy, a junior from Cincinnati. So not only is his hometown Cincinnati, he plays for the Cincinnati Bearcats. 2-1. Low and away, 3-1 to Cole Murphy, and he is not a guy you want to just get a pitch over.
A dangerous spot here for Wood. You got to be very careful.
Murphy settles in from the left side. Wood sets the 3-1. Swung on and missed. Good off-speed pitch from Trenton Wood, 3-2.
Yeah, good dial up there by pitching coach Corey Coobs, and Wood executes it perfectly, just putting it right on the outside part of the plate.
Despite only having the 9 games with a plate appearance for this team, 2 of them are against the Scouts. The 3-2 pitch popped up center field. Andina charging in, and it lands in front of him. He'll throw it into Takis. It'll be a single for Cole Murphy, and that's the second time Francisco Andina has kind of misjudged the ball today. The first time, it didn't matter. He ended up catching it. He took a few steps back, ended up running in on the ball and getting it in his mitt. That time, back, and he just knew it. That ball was going to land in front of him, and he lets it land and throws it in quickly. But now the base is loaded for this team here in the second.
Yeah, Andina, just what would have been a routine fly ball had he played it correctly. Like Gabe said, he takes a couple steps back, and it might have just been 1.5 steps, but immediately realizing
he wasn't going to get to the ball.
He was going the wrong way, and he kind of starts to come forward a little bit. He actually looks like he fell to his knees, like he lost his balance trying to shift his weight from running backwards to running forwards. And, if he had played that correctly, a routine fly ball and a big second out here. But instead now Trenton Wood has to work with the bases loaded and just 1 away here in the top of the second. And that's unfortunate. But so now Wood has to really show up here and prevent this from getting out of hand quickly.
Yeah, I agree on the momentum change. I don't think he quite fell to his knees, but he definitely slipped.
He slipped. He lost his balance.
And lost his balance out there in center field. Wood will face Hayden Singer, the 8-hole hitter tonight for this team, a 276 hitter. He bats from the right side. The pitch, high above the head, 1-0. Singer 7 down the year. He's hitting .324 in his last 10 games. So that 276 average is on the rise for Hayden Singer, the junior from Miami of Ohio. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball popped up deep left field. Lambert retreating near the track, and it's over. A grand slam to left field for Hayden Singer, his 3rd home run of the year. And very quickly, the Cincinnati Steam lead 4-0 here in the second.
Yeah, talking about how things could get out of hand, well, that just about is what it would be. Grand slam home run for Singer. That's his 3rd of the year. And, just all kinds of potential, all kinds of power in this Cincinnati Steam lineup. I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh, well, you put Murphy on. Well, now you're in the 8th spot in the order. Does it get any easier? And the answer, quite frankly, is no.
Roger Dannison steps up. First pitch to Dannison. Chop right side. Bourgeois, the second baseman, picks it up, and the throw is late. Ange Bourgeois didn't charge on that ball all the way, and quite frankly, the Scouts' defense is not helping Trenton Wood out at all.
Yeah, no, it's, same old story, same old song and dance that we've seen over these past couple of games where just defense has just not been doing the things necessary to get it done in this ball game. And now back to the top of the order here in the top of the second, another guy on, and, Trenton Wood just has to stop the bleeding here.
Jace Mercer, the leadoff hitter, bats from the left side. He struck out looking his first time today. First pitch. He lays down a bunt, pops it up, foul, and that'll hit the net right near the Xenia Scouts dugout down the third base line, 0-1. Jace Mercer, a sophomore from the University of Cincinnati. We've seen him do damage against the Scouts this year. 9 for 21 with 4 ribbies. against Xenia. The 0-1 from Trenton Wood now. Curveball, chopped foul down the first base line, 0-2.
So now 5 hits in this inning off of Trenton Wood. Realistically, should just be 3, if we're being honest with ourselves. It's just a tough pill to swallow when you talk about that defense.
The 0-2 pitch, high at the eyes, 1-2 to Jace Mercer. Yikes, grab in center, and even if you give up the home run as Singer, it's only a 3-run shot instead of a grand slam. And the ground ball to Bourgeois should have put him out of the inning. Instead, there's only 1 down. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Trenton Wood has Jace Mercer's number tonight. The second strikeout of the evening for Mercer, the third of the night for Trenton Wood, 2 down here in the second.
Well, and that is absolutely right, Gabe. But the issue being, though, when you talk about the hit that was allowed to Ondina in center, you're going to pitch with a different approach with runners at first and second rather than the bases loaded. That's just, especially with 2 away, Wood had to pound the strike zone. He couldn't afford to walk him.
First pitch to Buendia, outside corner, strike 1.
Hayden Singer knew it and ultimately just pounced on something and got the best of it with the grand slam home run.
Buendia 0 for 1 tonight, a fly out to the center fielder Ondina, his first time up. That was the ball that Ondina started to retreat back, then ran in on and made the grab. Wood throws over to first. Dennison dives back easily. Otto Buendia has a hit in 8 of his 10 games played this year. The sophomore from the University of Texas, San Antonio. The 0-1 pitch. Low, it gets past Ryan Park. Dennison takes off for second. Another runner in scoring position with 2 down for the Steam here in the second.
Yes, so the threat is advanced there. 2 outs, though. Dennison's got a lot of speed on the base paths. Anything in the gap, he might have scored from first anyway.
Buendia taps the outside part of the plate as the Steam have got 4 runs here in the top of the second. The pitch. Inside, ball 2. A grand slam by Hayden Singer. Makes it 4-0 Steam here in the top of the second inning. Wood sets quickly after getting the sign from Park. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive caught by Takis at shortstop. A leaping grab made by Aaron Takis that saved another run off the bat of Aldo Buendia. But the Steam strike 4 times on a grand slam from Hayden Singer on 5 hits. And they leave 1 left to board. 4-0 Steam as we head to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head to the home half of the second inning here at Grady's Field. The Cincinnati Steam get 4 runs on a grand slam by Hayden Singer in the top half of the second to take a 4-0 lead. The Scouts have their work cut out for them. Though Chris Ackerman and Ange Bourgeois, the 5, 6, 7 hitters out tonight here in the second inning. Ring bats from the left side, a .216 hitter on the year. Second on the team with 7 doubles. The Scouts sure could use a leadoff hit here in the second. trying to snap a 7-game losing streak since the All-Star break. First pitch from Mitch Gremling. Outside corner, strike one. Gremling, a guy who's 5-0 on the year, tied for the most wins in the Great Lakes League. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. A fastball at the chin, 0-2. Gremling from Wright State University. Didn't have a good year with the Raiders either. The 0-2 pitch, fouled off behind the plate. Gremling with Wright State this year, 11 appearances, an 8.68 ERA in 9 1/3 innings pitched. He's got to be happy he had a good summer.
Well, absolutely. And
the 0-2 pitch. On the outside corner, Ring checked his swing, but it didn't matter. That pitch catch one down here in the second.
And that's kind of what the point of the summer is, basically, is you try to get quality innings, 9 1/3, basically, with Wright State. What you can assume there is he didn't do well, and when you got a big college pitching staff like that, is just you get thrown at the bottom of the barrel, and suddenly your only opportunity really is to pitch in a huge blowout game.
First pitch to Chris Ackerman. Line drive, foul territory. Down the first base line, 0-1.
So here, in the summer in the Great Lakes League, get an opportunity to pitch some quality, important, meaningful, I guess is the word I would use there, innings, and hopefully that translates back into school ball in the fall.
The 0-1 to Ackerman. High above the head. A guy who, we've talked about it, a very low batting average at 193. But an on-base percentage of 370 for Chris Ackerman, 24. But Ackerman, 37 strikeouts on the year as well, and that is 4th in the whole league. The 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 2-2.
Yeah, Ackerman, it's almost like he's kind of got like the Adam Dunn power hitter looking numbers, but without the power, without the ton of home runs.
The 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, 2 straight strikeouts for Mitch Gremling, 2 down here in the second.
What I mean by that is like a lot of strikeouts. He gets walked a lot, high batting average on balls in play, but the average just isn't going to be up there with
so the Adam Dunn power without the power.
Well, the Adam Dunn walks and strikeouts and batting average without the power.
The strikeout numbers are up like a power hitter would be, but he doesn't have the other half.
But he does get the walks that the power hitter would draw.
First pitch now, strike one in the outside corner to Ange Bourgeois.
I mean, if you remember, back when Barry Bonds was in his heyday, he was getting walked like, on purpose once a game. No one wanted to pitch to him.
The 0-1 pitch. Popped up, foul territory, out of play down the third base line, 0-2.
And, for Ackerman, I think it's not like people are pitching around him as much as he's just showing good discipline at the plate.
Yes, he has. I will say he has good plate discipline, except for a low and outside curveball.
Oh, yeah, that is the
0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Mitch Gremling strikes outside here in the second inning. 1 looking, 2 swinging, and that'll do it for the Scouts in the second. We head to the third, a 4-0 Cincinnati Steam lead. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Trenton Wood back out on the mound for his third inning of work this evening. The Scouts trail the Cincinnati Steam 4-0, and Dallas Beaver leads it off for the Steam. First pitch, inside corner, strike one. Beaver, a dangerous hitter for the Cincinnati Steam, batting .351, leads the team in hits with 52. The 0-1 pitch from Wood. Curveball. Beaver checked his swing. He did not go around, 1-1. And Wood back out there for the Xenia Scouts. One swing of the bat has really been all there is to it for the Steam. A grand slam off the bat of Hayden Singer. The pitch swung on and missed. That looked like a changeup from Trenton Wood, 1-2. And I shouldn't say just one swing because there were 4 other hits in the inning for the Steam. So they were slowly getting hits on Trenton Wood. But one swing gave all the runs. Now the 1-2 low. 2-2 to Dallas Beaver. Beaver playing third base tonight for the Cincinnati Steam. Not normally at third base is Dallas Beaver. Normally a catcher or a designated hitter. I believe we've seen him at first one time as well. The 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul down the first baseline. Count stays even at 2-2.
So if you look at this ball game, you got a couple of catchers playing over at third base. You think if the coaches know that and the players know that, you might be trying to hit a couple more balls down that left field side, see what you can get yourself.
And
maybe even bunting.
Of course, Andrew talking about Donald Ring at third base tonight for the Scouts, who normally plays catcher. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive, right field foul. Oh, that ball was hammered down the right field line. If it stayed fair, my guess would have been it one-hopped and went over the fence. And instead, the count stays even at 2-2. The pitch. Grounded, right side toward Bourgeois at second. He picks it up, fires to first, one away.
Trenton Wood just got to get into a groove here. He's going to have to face this very dangerous middle part of the order. He got Dallas Beaver already, but you got Holderbach, who already has a hit off of you, like we talked about, one of the better hitters in the league, and Matt Workington, a big home run guy behind him.
Holderbach 1-for-1 today. He singled to lead off that second inning. Came into tonight with 49 hits, second on the Cincinnati Steam Ball Club, 5th in the whole league. The first pitch, inside corner, strike one. Wood doing a nice job at painting the corners tonight, hitting his spots with catcher Ryan Park. The pitch, way high and tight, 1-1. Holderbach, the junior from Eastern Kentucky, the native of Fairfield, Ohio. With Eastern Kentucky this past season, Holderbach hit .355. So this is no stranger to him hitting well. The pitch, outside corner, strike two.
And Holderbach, a guy who, like we said, all the talent in the world, doesn't punch out that much. Only 12 strikeouts here and 136 at-bats. Wood ahead in the count 1-2 here. Let's see what he's got.
The pitch, curveball. Holderbach checked his swing, and he did go around. They appeal to the field umpire, and he says, yes, he did. Wood's 4th strikeout of the evening, 2 away here in the 3rd.
And that's a big one there for Trenton Wood. Like we said, Holderbach, just 13 strikeouts in his first 136 at-bats. So Wood placing a good curveball on that outside part of the plate, and he had Holderbach fooled there. A good job, and now you face Matt Workington with nobody on.
First pitch to Workington, line drive, left field pretty deep. Lambert pursuing it, 1 hops over the wall. A ground rule double for Matt Workington, his 6th double of the year. And now a runner in scoring position with 2 down for the Steam here in the 3rd.
And that's why I stress that we're facing Matt Workington with nobody on. Workington, that's his 6th double of the year. He has 6 home runs as well. This is just his, I'll double check on this right here. Only 25 games played by Workington so far this season, so that is about 10 less than your average player on this team, but his numbers about just as high, if not higher, than most of his teammates.
Mike Moffitt bats from the right side now. First pitch from Wood. Swung on and missed a good off-speed pitch below the knees, 0-1. Moffitt playing center field tonight for the Cincinnati Steam. The senior from Northern Kentucky hit .228 in his junior year with the Northern Kentucky Norse. Now the pitch. Foul ball behind the plate, 0-2. Moffitt, a .303 hitter this summer. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a single in the second inning. He's shown some power as well, though. 9 doubles, a triple, and 4 homers for the center fielder from NKU. Woodcheck second. Now the 0-2 delivery. Way low and away. It gets away from Park. Park is, he thought about firing to third. Couldn't quite pick up the ball, and Matt Workington moves 90 feet away.
And ultimately, probably not the worst decision in the world at the end of the day to not throw the ball, because you probably are not going to get Matt Workington there over at third. But now anything put in play, any hit, is going to bring a run home to score here.
The 1-2 pitch to Moffitt. Chopped third base line. Ring fielded on a couple hops. The throw to first is not in time. Mike Moffitt beats out the RBI infield single to make it 5-0 Steam.
Hustled by Moffitt down that first base line. Donald Ring, like we said, not an everyday third baseman. A very close play. I thought Ring maybe had him, but up to decide.
I definitely thought he was safe, charged quicker.
Once you get like a baseman or third baseman.
First pitch to Cole Murphy, way low and in. It gets past Park. Moffitt moves all the way to second, and another runner in scoring position for Cincinnati.
And that's not good news. Like we said, Cole Murphy, 9 hits on the season. Well, I guess 10 hits now after he singled, but 5 of those 10 hits, extra basers, 4 doubles, and a triple. You put another guy in scoring position, and if you get one of those extra base hits from Murphy, even just to hit it all, another run's probably going to come home.
The pitch. Low once again, 2-0. And Cole Murphy, this is only his 10th game with a plate appearance for the Cincinnati Steam. His first game of the year came against the Xenia Scouts. He went 0 for 4. Excuse me, he played 2 games. His first 2 games against the Scouts, he went 0 for 4 with 3 walks. The pitch. Popped up, shallow center field. Ondina sprinting in, and he's called off by Jordan Lambert in left. And that'll do it for the Steam here in the third. So that ball just kept tailing toward left field. And a good play by Lambert to get there and end the inning. A run on 2 hits for Cincinnati after Wood retired the first 2 batters. And a 5-0 lead for the Steam as we head to the home half of the third. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. The Scouts trailing the Cincinnati Steam 5-0 as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Mitch Gremling back out on the mound for the Steam. He'll face Dylan Lottenville, Francisco Ondina, and Ryan Park, the 8-9-1 hitters for the Scouts here in the third. Lottenville bats from the right side against the righty Gremling. First pitch, high and outside, ball 1. And the Steam up 5-0. The Scouts have only scored 5 runs twice in the last 9 games. The pitch to Lottonville swung on and missed 1-1. And that's how much this offense has struggled for the Xenia Scouts. The Scouts are last in the league in batting average with a .230 team average. The pitch to Lottonville at the knee, strike 2. 4.5 runs a game for Xenia over the whole season, not just in the month of July, not just the past 10 games, over the whole year. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Lottonville goes down swinging. That is the 4th strikeout in a row for Mitch Gremling as he struck out the side in the second, 1 away here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Mitch Gremling looking good. I said it and made you laugh yesterday, Gabe, that I said that we've seen some good performances from our opposing pitchers these past couple of games, partially due to the scout struggles. But a guy like Mitch Gremling, 5 wins on the season, he's bringing his A game here tonight as the Steam are trying to get back into this race. And
first pitch to Francisco Andina, outside corner, strike 1.
Scouts are going to need to try to get something off of him, or at least try to extend his pitch count so he gets out of the game a little bit earlier than you would hope he would if you're a Steam fan.
Gremling sets the 0-1 delivery. Line drive, left field, down the line, base hit. It rolls all the way to the corner. The left fielder, Workington, picks it up and fires in the 3rd. Andina in there with a stand-up, 1-out double.
Yeah, Francisco Andina, that now his 6th double of the year. And he has had flashes of extra base power for Andina that gives him now sole possession of 3rd place on the team in doubles. He came into the game tied with Jordan Lambert at 5. So for Andina, that's now 6 doubles and 20 hits. And if you want to count it as extra base, 7 out of 20 for extra base hits. So he has shown.
And that's big confidence-wise for Francisco Andina. He was 1 for 26 since the All-Star break in his past 7 games. First pitch now to Ryan Park, outside 1-0. And just to wrap up on how much this Scouts offense has really struggled this year, last in the league in runs scored, last in the league in hits per game, last in the league in RBIs per game, last in batting average, as I mentioned, as Park swings through a fastball 1-1.
Yeah, it's absolutely been a struggle, but if you're the Scouts and you're trying to get back into this game, got to bring Andina home. No excuses.
The 1-1 pitch to Park. Curveball outside corner, strike 2. Ryan Park behind in the count, 1-2.
And for the Scouts, if you talk about these past couple of games, leaving runners in scoring position it's plagued the team.
Park 0 for 1 tonight, a fly out to the shortstop Buendia, his first time up. 5-0 Steam here in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-2. Fastball fouled off right back into the Xenia Scouts dugout down the 3rd base line. And we'll stay at 1-2. Park percentage is very high at .432. That's top 25 in the league. The pitch, high, ball 2. Ryan Park's on-base percentage hasn't been below 400 all year. Not one game has the on-base percentage stat been below 400 for Ryan Park. The sophomore from Point Loma Nazarene has had a good summer. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Mitch Gremling strikes out his 5th batter in the last 6 for the Xenia Scouts, 2 away here in the 3rd.
Yeah, now Aaron Taka's got to show us something here. Takas, he's looked good. He grounded out his first time up, I believe, but we've talked about time and time again the improvement that we've seen from Aaron Takas throughout the season as he adjusts to the more Division I level of pitching. So hopefully, with a runner in scoring position here at 2 away, Aaron Takas can come up big for the Scouts.
Takas bats from the left side. The 0-1 pitch. High and outside, 1-0. Takas 0 for 1 tonight. A ground out to the second baseman, Mercer, his first time up. And this has been the Scouts' problem. Falling behind early, not getting timely hits. The 1-0 pitch to Takas. Fastball high at the chin, 2-0. And it's pretty much been the story. I mentioned all the offensive struggles But when the Scouts do get hits, it's like this. They get a one-out double from Andina, and then they can't bring them home. The 2-0 pitch, fouled off behind the 1.
Aaron Takis just missing on that one, fouling it straight back. But we've seen Takis with good distance, or at least in this latter part. The beginning, look for him.
I will say this. If you want one guy up there, Takis is one of the guys I would choose. The 2-1 pitch at the knee, strike 2. That one looked a little low, but it's called a strike. And now Aaron Takis with an even count at 2-2. Takis has a hit in 8 of his last 9 games. He's hitting .333 over his past 10. Gremling. The 2-2 pitch. Low and away, 3-2. Aaron Takis, the .293 average, has raised big time in the past 2 weeks. However, Takis is only 2 for 15 now against the Steam with a few walks. The 3-2 pitch. Low, ball 4. Takis is on with a walk. First and second, 2 down for the Scouts here in the 3rd.
And talking about, well, what guys you want up in this situation here with runners on base and 2 outs. He said you like Aaron Takis. He draws the walk. And now Jordan Lambert, probably the one guy you would really want at the plate here, especially him having already had success against Mitch Gremling so far this evening.
Lambert with the only hit of the night for the Scouts. 1 of 2 hits as Andina doubled in this inning. I apologize. Lambert singled his first time up in the 1st. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. Fouled off behind the plate, actually. It went off of the glove of Hayden Singer and trickled to the backstop, and the home plate umpire says Lambert just got a piece of that one. It counts at 0-1. Lambert's hitting .309 over his last 10 games. He has a hit in 12 of his last 14. Line drive right field, deep into right field, and that ball gets down. A base hit for Jordan Lambert. Andino will score. Takis coming around third. The throw just getting to the shortstop, Buendia. A 2-0 Jordan Lambert. It's a 5-2 ball game.
And Jordan Lambert, great piece of hitting right there. That's exactly what you were looking for from him. Flexes the power there. A really deep part of this park in right center field that gives Takis all the time in the world to come around to score from third. So now the Scouts finally have successfully in this game a couple of runs here in the home half of the 3rd. And it's up to Kyle Casserly with a runner in scoring position and still 2 away to try to get something going.
Lambert's 6th double of the year. RBIs number 18 and 19 for the senior from Tennessee Martin. First pitch to Cass, fouled off behind the plate, 0-1. Casserly lined out to the third baseman Beaver his first time up, and oh boy, that was a shot right into the glove of Dallas Beaver. We talked about it, a few feet higher, and he would have had himself a double. The 0-1 to Cass. Fouled off once again, popped up in foul territory down the third baseline, 0-2. Casserly, a .273 lead with 10 doubles. Also a triple and 2 homers on the year for Casserly. A base hit into the outfield will probably score Jordan Lambert. The 0-2 pitch. Low past the catcher Singer. The third, he's 90 feet away with 2 down.
And that's big. I mean, that's something that has plagued the Scouts on the other side, constantly letting runners advance. So now Kyle Casserly, anything, if you can get anything in there, any kind of hit, whether it be an infield hit, a double, or otherwise, another run.
Gremling sets the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. The shortstop Buendia picks it up, fires to first, and that will do it for the Scouts here in the 3rd inning. A couple of runs on 2 hits, 2 doubles actually. A double from Francisco Andina and a 2 RBI double from Jordan Lambert makes it 5-2 Steam as we head to the 4th. Andrew Alix will have the play-by-play for the middle innings here tonight at Grady's Field. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Back here for the top of the fourth inning here, Andrew Alix alongside a good old friend of mine, Ryan O'Hearn, the 2016 Southern Division champion, Xenia Scouts, in the booth with me here. Ryan, we are glad to have you.
Yes, sir, Andy. It's great to be up here. Definitely a different view from last year, but I enjoy it.
First pitch from Trenton Wood, lifted to deep left center field. Going back is the left fielder, Jordan Lambert. That'll drop and hit the wall, rounding second. And he will pull up there is Hayden Singer. Hayden Singer, who just in his last at-bat was responsible for most of the scoring in this ball game, a grand slam home run. He adds another extra base hit to his resume, a leadoff double, and Trenton Wood has to work with a runner in scoring position here and nobody out. That's a tough one, taking first pitch there.
It is, and it's, Trent has been doing a good job. Definitely have seen the velocity has increased a lot from last year. I heard he's done a little work this summer, which is good to see. Just some big hits like that can hurt a guy, though.
First pitch here to Roger Dannison, fastball on the inside, ball one. A 5-1 or a 5-2 game, I should say, in favor of the Cincinnati Steam. The Scouts getting on the board in the home half of the third inning of a 2 RBI double from Jordan Lambert that scored Francisco Andina and Aaron Takis. The 1-0 pitch, that one's grounded foul. First base line evens at the count 1-1. Roger Dannison, the right fielder. We saw him last year with the team, actually. The right fielder from Xavier. He's a .245 hitter on the year. 6 doubles, a triple, a home run, 11 RBIs. He bats from the left side here against the righty Trenton Wood. So Wood steps out, and now Roger Dannison going to step back in. The count, a ball and a strike here with a runner at second and nobody out. Wood looks to the catcher, Ryan Park. He sets and delivers. Curveball upstairs and outside. The count moves 2-1. And the Steam, known for their power. If you've been watching, which I don't know if you have, you're wrangling J-Max kids out there. But the first baseman, Cole Murphy, that big guy who was an all-star last year,
yeah,
he's back on the ball club.
Yeah, he did look familiar. It's hard to miss a big guy like that.
2-1 pitch. That one hit hard towards short. Aaron Takis fields it cleanly, throws over to first in time. Out number 1, but on the ground out, Hayden Singer advances another 90 feet over to third base. So as we head back to the top of the order here, Jace Mercer comes to the plate, and there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news, as the infield's going to come in, try to take away the ground ball to allow the guy from third to score, but anything hit to the outfield would be good enough for a sacrifice fly. The good news, however, Jace Mercer over 2 against Trenton Wood so far today. A couple of strikeouts, 1 swinging and 1 looking.
Okay.
First pitch to him. That one is hit in the air, line drive, right center field, a base hit. Coming home to score is Hayden Singer. Jace Mercer has himself an RBI single, and that extends the Steam lead to 6-2.
Andy, it's really not my place to step in, the first game of the year as a guest and disagree with you. But I don't think a sac fly would have done it for that guy last at bat, considering the outfield. I've heard you had a good center fielder filling in the big shoes of the center fielder you guys had last year.
We had a pretty good center fielder last year. a guy who tracked down those big valleys on Grady's field. Very much a pitcher's park.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely suitable for a guy like you with a lot of speed.
Well, you got Dylan Montville out in right field.
That's a speed guy.
Not quite the speed guy, but
he did steal a base. He stole a base yesterday. First of the year.
Dylan. God bless you.
First pitch here. And that one, a line drive right into the glove of Ange Bourgeois. They throw back over to first, not in time. Jace Mercer over at first was a couple steps off the bag, and he quickly dives back over there before Ange Bourgeois can relay and try to get the F4-3 double play, but that line drive right there is out number 2. So with 1 on and 2 away, it's going to be Dallas Beaver to the plate, and Dallas Beaver, a pretty good player himself. Beaver, the third baseman this evening, normally a catcher from the University of Central Florida, a .351 hitter on the year. He takes first pitch low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. .351 hitter, 11 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 24 RBIs. That 24 RBI number, second on this Cincinnati Steam ball club.
Must be getting to know these players quite well here, Andy, considering you guys play these guys, 10 to 12 times?
It's 9 times per year now because they kicked Licking County out of the division.
Right.
So it's just a 5-team division now.
Mm-hmm.
And
no crossover games, correct?
Well, no, we cross over with the Central, not into the North, though.
Right. Yep, and that's what I played for.
1-0 pitch. The runner goes. Throw from Ryan Park over to second will be not in time.
Good throw.
Yeah, good throw there from Ryan Park, but Jace Mercer, that man's got some speed. He picks up his 20th stolen base of the season. That's 20 stolen bases in now 26 attempts. And fun fact, Ryan, he's been thrown out 6 times. 2 of those times by Xenia Scouts catcher Chris Ackerman.
Oh, Chris Ackerman, fell Charger there.
Yeah, a lot of Hillsdale Chargers.
Great arm behind the
In
dish.
and around. So runner at second now. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Curveball upstairs and outside. 3 balls and no strikes. And with this guy, Dallas Beaver, you don't want to give him anything too easy here on 3-0. It'll be interesting to see if he gets the green light. Alix Holderbach, the best hitter, batting average-wise, RBIs-wise, awaits on deck here. A 3-0 pitch. The get me crosser does just that. Fastball inside part of the zone, a called strike 1. The count moves 3 balls and 1 strike here. It's Jace Mercer over at second with 2 away in the top of the 4th. The Steam leading the Scouts by a score of 6-2. Dallas Beaver, he bats from the right side, or from the left side here. Ooh, against the righty Trenton Wood, as Wood looks the runner at second back over. Fun fact here, Ryan O'Hearn, former member, Irish Hills Leprechauns.
Yeah,
How was that?
My proudest moment. But only a Leprechaun for 12 games before the season got cut short.
The 3-1 pitch. Low and away. Ball number 4. So Dallas Beaver draws the walk there, and it's runners at first and second here. For those of you that don't know, and I'll let Ryan explain it a little bit, Ryan, what baseball players generally fear and try to avoid it happened to you.
Absolutely. It's been happening a lot more, or at least
to elaborate, he got hit in the face.
Right, so squared around for a bunt when I was playing for the Leprechauns in the North Division here, and left-handed pitcher. So lefty on lefty matchup. The ball's going to be tailing back into me. Square around for a bunt, open myself up. Couldn't turn in time. Took one right to the right eye. Got surgery. That happened on Father's Day. Got surgery about 2.5 weeks ago. Got a metal plate in my face. But really has been a blessing in disguise because get an opportunity like this, I would have been playing tonight for the Leprechauns. So
they would have been much better with you. I assume. I've heard that they have had a little bit of a struggle up there. Based out of Adrian, Michigan, of course. That was so were you commuting from home, I assume?
I was commuting from Toledo, Ohio. But yeah, I definitely would have loved to play some ball more. But God's got his own plan for me, and it's all good. Everything's been good for the rest of the summer.
You get to spend, like you said, some time with your family, some time with your girlfriend. You get to listen to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network whenever you get the chance. The first pitch here to Alix Holderbach, fastball outside part of the plate, a call, strike 1. Holderbach, a 360 hitter on the year. That's first on this Cincinnati Steam Ball Club. First with 27 RBIs as well. He's 1 for 2 on the day, a single and a strikeout for the designated hitter. It's Jace Mercer at second, Dallas Beaver at first. The 0-1 pitch from Trenton Wood. And that one just catching the outside part of the plate, a called strike 2. Is that a breaking ball there?
Yeah, like a breaking ball there. Yeah, definitely got a lot more movement from last year, from last time I saw Trent.
Certainly. This is just my second time seeing him pitch. Obviously, it's just his second appearance with the Scouts here in 2017, but you can definitely see the velocity, and the movement looks good too. The 0-2 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But Wood, he was so valuable for us last year in terms of what he could do in middle relief, just keeping us in ball games. I believe I think he was tied for most belts, most player of the games, just because of all the time.
Oh, right. Got a lot of TWs on that MVP belt.
The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, 2-2.
Yeah, I would credit most of our success last year winning the South Division. As I see you have the banner out there.
Oh, yeah.
In left center field.
That was my idea.
Cool. I love it. I love it. I credit most of those wins to our pitching staff. Our pitching staff was superb. Definitely one of the best.
A 2.9 ERA as a staff.
Man.
The pitch is that one is fouled back over the screen. And not to disrespect anyone, but you have to keep in mind that a decent amount of those runs came off of Nick Cecil would get blown up for he'd have like an 8-run outing, and that's a couple of our losses. But if you think about it, Ryan, in that 2016 season, the Scouts, we were 6-7. We finished 27-15, and we lost 2 games at the end of the season as well. So there's a stretch there where we win 20.
We were hot.
Yeah, 20.
It was fun.
We took 20 of 25 or something like that. 21 of 25.
It was fun. We were clicking on all cylinders, pitching and hitting, and that's a tough team to beat.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Spent that rotation 1 to 5. as the count's 2-2 here. Wood delivers off the plate and outside. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And not only that, just the team chemistry was off the charts. And I don't think that comes from, the win-loss column. I think that comes from the stuff that happens off the field. And I think that's what makes athletes in action teams so special. The Bible studies we have during the day really come together as a family.
3-2 now. Wood delivers, and that one is fouled out of play. First base side will stay at 3-2. But you're right, and I heard Jeremy Barth once describe it as the team got so close during team time during a certain period that once we took the field, it was like things were just happening somehow.
Yeah, it was, and that's the only thing you can explain a 20 wins out of 25.
It's not like we were blowing teams out either. It was
right.
Kind of just always finding a way.
Yeah, it's fun, man, and that's the game too.
Definitely a memorable summer. So 3-2 pitch. In there for a call. Strike 3. Alix shoulder back, sits down. The 5th strikeout of the evening for Trenton Wood. And that will retire the Steam here in the top of the 4th inning. So the Steam add one more. A 6-2 lead over the Scouts. But the Scouts will come back to bat in the home half. They will send Donald Ring, Chris Ackerman, and Hans Bourgeois to the plate.
Like
so
Chargers.
Ryan will be able to give us a little bit of some personal scouting reports here
the dirt
when we come back. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We go into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Scouts trailing by a score of 6-2 here against the Cincinnati Steam. Andrew Alix alongside 2016 Southern Division champion Ryan O'Hearn, the everyday center fielder. And for those of you who are into the trivia, Ryan O'Hearn actually has himself a title. He was the league leader in walks last year. First pitch to his teammate, Donald Ring. Swing and a miss there, 0-1 to count to Ring. Ring, of course, is Ryan's teammate at Hillsdale College, and he had a heck of a spring this past.
He sure did. Ringer's a special player. Only as a sophomore set the school record, and look at that.
He ropes one into right field. The base hit there for Donald Ring. So the Scouts get the leadoff man aboard. Good piece of hitting there from Donald Ring.
Yeah, so he set the school record for most home runs in the season with 17, I believe. Just a really special year for him. Really fun to watch. Definitely has a lot of pop in his bat, and good to see him taking a line drive over the second baseman right there. Something I'm very familiar with.
Well, absolutely, and a lot of connection between that Xenia Scouts name and those Hillsdale Chargers. There's another Hillsdale Charger to the plate. Chris Ackerman, first pitch, swing and a miss there. 0-1 to count to Ackerman. Ackerman 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out swinging his first time up, 1 of 5. Strikeouts delivered by the Cincinnati Steam starter, Mitch Gremling. Gremling's going to go back over to first and try a pickoff attempt there on Donald Ring. Donald Ring, probably not the biggest speed demon out there on the base paths.
And really both of these guys, both catchers switch off on and off days for the Chargers.
Ackerman takes curveball there. Yeah, actually, I thought it was funny when I learned that it's usually Lawtonville at first and Ringer catching, but when Don doesn't catch, he plays first, and then Lawtonville moves into right.
Yeah,
so it's kind of funny how they all ended up here.
Right.
0-2 pitch, fouled back into the screen. The count's going to stay 0-2. But yeah, you guys had a average season this year in terms of wins and losses, but a lot of guys coming back, I've heard.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think we just had a winning record.
I believe you were 1 game over.
Yeah. We made it to the GLIAC tournament for our second straight year. Definitely big things to come for the Chargers this next year. Really excited to get back to the campus in the fall and just hear about how everyone's summers are going. So I'm glad to step in on someone's summer right here.
A ball and 2 strikes there to Chris Ackerman. He watches on the inside. Good take there by Ackerman. Evens up the count 2-2. Ackerman, 24 walks on the season. That is second.
I was going to say, I've been following. I said I was hoping he was going to carry the legacy of the walks for the Chargers.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Chris Ackerman goes down swinging for the second time tonight. That is strikeout number 39 of the season for Chris Ackerman, the 6th strikeout of the night for the Xenia Scouts lineup. And it's going to be, well, now it's 1 on and 1 out for Ange Bourgeois. But the Hillsdale Chargers, though, they're in good hands. The new captain's name for this year, and I believe it is my good friend Ryan O'Hearn here, alongside Xenia Scouts legend Will Cruz, 2-time Xenia Scout.
Is that what he's known around these parts?
Yeah, no, we're actually, if you want to stay tomorrow, we're going to retire his number.
No.
I'm just kidding. First pitch here to Ange Bourgeois.
And he had a great year this year, too.
I heard he set the strikeout record
yeah,
for the school.
So
wow, all kinds of records being broken. Where were you with the stolen base record?
So not for school, but I set the league record for, or not, I'm sorry, just I was the league leader in stolen bases, but no records set. We're still working on that.
0-1 pitch. Bourgeois lifts that one into right field, not very deep. The right fielder, Roger Dennison, makes the grab. Donald Ring has to hustle back over to first base. So out number 2 here, and it'll be up to Dylan Lottenville, another Hillsdale Charger, to keep this inning going.
Let's go. All 3 Chargers.
Yeah, you got a good inning to be in this booth.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
Ring, Ackerman, and Lottenville all coming to the plate here.
Lottie, he's kind of solidified himself at first base and right field. It's kind of the right side of the field. Can really get into some balls sometimes. I think he had 7 home runs this year.
First pitch to him. Fastball outside part of the plate taken, a called strike 1. Close pitch there.
Yeah, a little outside, I'd say.
Yeah. No, the umpires in the old Great Lakes League, if you've been listening, you probably heard me complain about 10,000 times. 0-1 pitch to Lottenville, waves and misses. Quickly behind in this count, 0-2. Lottenville, he singled yesterday. Actually, was on base twice, a single and a hit by pitch. He bats from the right side here against the righty, 0-2 with 2 away. And that one in there for a called strike 3. Dylan Lottenville goes down looking. The 7th strikeout of the evening for Mitch Gremling, and that will do it for the Xenia Scouts here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs on 1 hit and 1 man left aboard for the Scouts. We have played 4 innings of baseball. The Scouts trailed the team by a score of 6-2. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Back here for inning number 5 of baseball. Thank you to Ryan O'Hearn for coming on. Gabe Genovesi back in the booth. Gabe, how was your time over at the hot dog stand?
It was wonderful. Unfortunately, and I'm not kidding on this, they ran out of hot dogs.
Oh, my.
I could not grab you one, my friend.
First pitch, blown away, 1 ball and no strikes. So there's a lot to be disappointed about, and not just the fact the Scouts are losing 6-2.
Yes.
Can't run out of hot dogs at a baseball game. So 1 ball and no strikes to count here to Matt Workington. Curveball lifted high in the air. Left field, not very deep. Jordan Lambert's calling for it. He shifts over, almost misplayed the ball, but he makes the grab. 1 away. So Matt Workington is retired and a good out there for Trenton Wood. Wood, he's allowed 6 runs so far tonight. Most of them coming off the bat of Hayden Singer, a grand slam home run back in the 2nd inning. And that really broke the game open. The Scouts responded with 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 6-2 ball game. 1 away here. The count, first pitch to Mike Moffitt. That one fouled straight back. 0-1. The count to Mike Moffitt. Moffitt, he has had a good day so far. 2 for 2. At the plate, a couple of singles already here off of Trenton Wood. Wood delivers the 0-1 pitch, curveball, some chin music there, high and inside. Evens the count up 1-1. Moffitt, of course, sometimes playing right field for the Cincinnati team. He's kind of all over the place. The Northern Kentucky North. 1-1 pitch, swings and misses there. And probably the most interesting thing about Mike Moffitt, Gabe, is that he's Canadian. What are they doing letting Canadians down in the Great Lakes League?
Don't ask me.
Well, the correct answer would have been that we have a Canadian
Play
team
with
now.
the Canadian team,
playing with
yeah.
the Canadian team. As that ball hit on the ground, slow roller towards second base. Bourgeois fields it. Oh, he can't hold on. He double clutches the ball. He loses it, falls back into his glove, picks it up, throws back over to first. Not in time. Mike Moffitt safe at first. And that one, Gabe, that's tough. That's a tough one.
And I think they're going to mark that as an error on Ange Bourgeois, and rightly so.
Rightly so, for sure. So what should have been out number 2 there, now it's Cole Murphy coming to the plate, and he bats with a runner on. Murphy, 1 for 2 on the day, 10 for 25 on the season. 4 doubles, a triple, and 1 RBI for Cole Murphy. He singled on what really should have been an out his first time up when that ball hit in the air to center field, and Francisco Andina just misplayed it, took a bad route, and ultimately let it drop in front of him. The 1-0 pitch, and that one is roped into right field, but that'll just hook foul. Even the count up 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning. The Scouts trailing by a score of 6-2, and Trenton Wood trying to keep this game at a manageable deficit for the Scouts. Murphy, the first baseman from the University of Cincinnati. The 1-1 pitch, and the runner goes. Throw from Ryan Park over to second, and that will not get there in time. It takes 1 bounce, and Aaron Tack is unable to lay the tag in time. So Mike Moffitt swipes a bag, and the Steam with a runner in scoring position here, and just 1 away. That takes the double play ball off, a big thing there for the Steam. And with Cole Murphy's extra base power, the threat is all the more magnified.
Yeah, and the Scouts, I should say Corey Koobs, called the right pitch to a fastball away. Park, the perfect pitch for Park to throw Moffitt out on, and unfortunately the throw was just late.
So it's Moffitt at second here with 1 away in the top of the 5th. Cole Murphy bats from the left side against the righty. And fastball missing inside. The count moves 3-1. Murphy, a single, and a fly out to left this evening. Trenton Wood looks to the catcher, Ryan Park. He looks back to second. Now he delivers a 3-1 pitch, and that one is hit in the air, sky high, shallow right field. The second baseman, Ange Bourgeois, calls for it. He makes the grab. Mike Moffitt not going anywhere there. He's not going to tag up from second. So a very quality out number 2 there for Trenton Wood. As the runner is not allowed to advance. But now you got the guy who's throwing better than any, or hitting better than anyone else so far this game, and Hayden Singer about to come to the plate. And Bubba Cates looks like he may be wanting to make a change here. And Trenton Wood does not look happy. This change is about to be made. So Bubba Cates is going to take the ball. Michael Pineda O'Donnell will come into pitch and try to get this last out here in the 5th inning. We are going to step off as he warms up. So a runner at second here with 2 away, and Hayden Singer coming to the plate. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. A runner at second and 2 away here in the top of the fifth, and Michael Pineda O'Donnell is in to pitch. Gabe, quickly, what do we have on Michael Pineda O'Donnell?
A 6.96 ERA in 31 innings pitched. He is 2-4 with 1 save in 12 appearances.
So first pitch from O'Donnell here to Hayden Singer. Hayden Singer 2 for 2, a grand slam and a double. He hits first pitch on the ground over towards third. Fielding it is Donald Ring. He'll throw over to first in time for out number 3. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that will get the Scouts out of the 5th inning unscathed. No runs on 1 hit. 1 man left aboard for the Cincinnati Steam. We go to the middle of the 5th inning. The Scouts trail the Steam by a score of 6-2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. So we go into the bottom of the 5th inning here. Andrew Alix alongside Gabe Genovesi. And I don't know if you've ever mentioned this before, Gabe, but both of our names Andrew Alix, Gabe Genovesi, AA, GG. That's why it sounds so good to say. It's like, what's the word?
Is that the reason?
Alliteration? Or maybe I just like.
I think.
Oh no, I think it's the other one. I don't remember.
I
Fifth grade.
think it's alliteration.
No, it is alliteration, I guess. So Andrew Alix and Gabe Genovesi, Cincinnati Steam. Sounds like it could be alliteration. First pitch here to Francisco Andino. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. A called strike one. The Scouts trailing 6-2 here in the home half of the fifth. But Francisco Andino, well, he had a pretty good at-bat his first time up. He roped a double down the left field line. Ultimately came around to score on a 2 RBI double from Jordan Lambert. That is one of the 2 runs that the Scouts have scored so far this evening. Andina takes on the inside now. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. It'll be Andina, Ryan Park, and Aaron Takis due up for Xenia here in the home half of the fifth. The 1-1 pitch here from Mitch Gremling. That one is hit in the air. Left field. That'll drop a base hit. A multi-hit game for Francisco Andina. And Gabe, you talked about how the double was important for getting his confidence back up. Well, it's starting to show right here.
Good piece by Andina right there, poking it out to left field. And you got the leadoff runner aboard here in the fifth. Trailing 6-2, need to get something going.
Back to the top of the order now, and it's Ryan Park to the plate. Ryan Park, 0 for 2 on the evening. A fly out to short, and the strikeout already. First pitch to him, he waves and misses. Fastball on the inside, 1 ball and no strikes to count to Ryan Park. Ryan Park, a .260 hitter on the year, 4 doubles, 9 RBIs, 26 walks. That is the team leader. A .432 on-base percentage. That leads the team as well. He takes fastball outside part of the plate to call strike 2. So a quick 0-2 hold here for Ryan Park. Park bats from the left side here against the righty Mitch Gremling. The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt on the outside, the runner Andina is going to go throw over to second. And that will beat Andina there. He is thrown out over at second, trying to advance on a ball that looked like it got past Hayden Singer, but Singer ultimately stays in front of it. And it kind of works like just a bad pitch-out throw. Andina thrown out over at second, out number 1.
And that's just a killer when you got the leadoff runner aboard there and he gets thrown out. Next pitch.
The 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2.
I should say next batter. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's tough. And I respect Andina trying to do it because, it looked like that ball was going to get past him, but ultimately a good job by the catcher. 2-2 pitch. Curveball just off the plate. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Ryan Park. There are 2, or should I say there is 1 out here in the home half of the 5th inning. 3-2 pitch. And Park lifts that one into left field, not very deep. The left fielder, Workington, comes under it. He'll make the grab, out number 2. So what looked like a little bit of a rally that we had going there. Well, not a rally, but it's always good to get the leadoff man aboard. And after the caught stealing and then the F7 there, it's going to be Aaron Takis to the plate as the Scouts try to get a little 2-out action going here. Takis is 0 for 1 on the day. He did reach on a walk his second time to the plate. As he calls time, Gremling throws it anyway. The pitch not going to count there for obvious reasons. But yeah, Takis walked in the third. He was the other of the 2 runs that came home to score on that 2 RBI double off the bat of Jordan Lambert that is responsible for all of the Xenia Scouts offense so far this evening. So Takis bats from the left side here against the righty. Gremling, first pitch from him. Low and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Gremling. I should say, I'm saying it fast and it sounds like I'm saying Gremlin. That's a sweet name, though. 1-0 pitch. Takis hits that one in the air, left field. Left fielder chasing. He'll dive for it. He will not make the grab. Aaron Takis rounding first and heading for second. The ball actually gets behind Workington, so Takis is heading for third. The throw to third will not be in time. Aaron Takis slides in a triple with 2 outs here. And you think that'll be marked as a triple or a double with the advance?
I think that is a triple for Aaron Takis, no doubt about it. And that is where the caught stealing comes up big. That would have been an RBI. Andina would have scored, and instead of it being a 6-3 game right now, it's 6-2. And now you have to hope Jordan Lambert stays hot.
Yeah, so Takis continues to show improvement. That's his first triple of the year, just his 3rd extra base hit of the year, but he has done very well. First pitch to Jordan Lambert, fastball low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes here. It's Aaron Takis at third with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Lambert is 2 for 2 on the day, a single and a double for him. He watches low, and that one gets past the catcher, Hayden Singer, but he quickly gets up. Aaron Tackett took 3 hard steps towards home plate before realizing Singer was going to grab that one, and he would have been dead in the water. So Tackett retreats, and all that counts for us. Ball number 2 here against Jordan Lambert. Lambert, a 191 hitter on the year, 6 doubles, 1 home run, 19 RBIs. He's 2 for 2 on the day, a single and a double. The 2-0 pitch to Lambert. And Lambert fouls that one hard down to the first base line. The count moves 2 balls and 1 strike. Kyle Casterly waits on deck. If Lambert gets on, the Scouts trailing by a score of 6-2 here, trying to fight their way back into this ball game. The 2-1 pitch to Lambert. Fouled out of play. Third base side evens up the count 2-2. Lambert, the batting average, 3rd highest on the team. The RBIs. Well, actually, how many RBIs did Beachy have?
Beachy is at 18. Lambert's.
So Lambert's actually now the team leader in RBIs with the 2 RBIs. But that one gets past never mind. In there for a called strike 3?
Yes.
In there for a called strike 3. You got to look at the game when you're broadcasting the game. So the Scouts get a triple from Aaron Tackett, but ultimately can do nothing with him. No runs on 2 hits and 1 man left standing, just 90 feet away. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Inning number 6 of baseball here at Grady's Field in Xenia as the clouds start to roll over on what is game number 38 of the season. The Scouts trailing this one by a score of 6-2, and it's Michael Pineda O'Donnell into pitch. He got the last out of the 5th inning. First pitch to Roger Dannison. That one on the outside part of the plate, a called strike 1. Dannison, 1 for 2 on the day. He singled back in the second off Trenton Wood, rounded out to short his second time up. Dannison, the right fielder from Xavier University in Cincinnati. A 1 pitch to him. That one way on the inside, evens up the count 1-1. Dannison, a 245 hitter on the year. 1 triple, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. He bats from the left side here against the righty. The 1-1 pitch. Low and in yet again. 2 balls and 1 strike moves the count. Dannison, 18th in the league in strikeouts with 29. He has 7 multi-hit games this year. So O'Donnell looks to the catcher, Ryan Park here. The 2-1 pitch. Upstairs and outside, 3-1. And for Dannison, he was hitless in his last 3 games before picking up that single off of Trenton Wood back in the 2nd inning. He was 0 for his last 10 coming into this game. He's ahead in this count 3-1, though. O'Donnell delivers, and that ball high, ball number 4. So a 5-pitch walk issued here to Roger Dannison, and a very speedy leadoff man aboard in Roger Dannison as you go back to the top of the order. Not good for Michael Pineda O'Donnell.
No, not the way you want to start the inning, and hopefully Pineda O'Donnell can bounce back. We saw the way he got off to the start last inning with the 1 pitch out.
So with Dennison over at first, it's going to go back to the top of the order with Jace Mercer. Jace Mercer, well, he has a hit today, an RBI to show for it. That came back in the 4th, put the 6th run of this ball game on the board for the Cincinnati Steam. First pitch to him, way on the outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Michael Pineda O'Donnell, by the way, the righty from Southern New Hampshire University. But that's not where he's going next year. Pineda O'Donnell graduating from SNHU, now headed to Philadelphia University. Another Division II program there. The 1-0 pitch. And the runner goes. Throw over to second will be way off the line. So Roger Dennison slides in safely with his 6th stolen base of the season. And the Steam have a runner in scoring position here with nobody out.
Yeah, Dennison doesn't run a lot, but when he does, he's perfect. 6 for 6 now on the year.
So Dennison now leads from second. The count 1 ball and 1 strike here to Jace Mercer. Mercer, a .276 hitter around the year with 14 runs batted in. Pitch. Curveball upstairs, 2-1. Michael Pineda O'Donnell has gotten a lot of innings so far this year. I was actually surprised to see Gabe when I realized he actually has more innings than Landon Williams.
Yep.
2 balls and a strike to count. O'Donnell looks back to second. Now he delivers. And that ball lined into center field, a base hit. Roger Dennison, he heads to third. He will pull up the brakes there. Jace Mercer has his 2nd hit of the day. And the Steam with runners at the corners and nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, and in a game like this, you just feel like the Scouts couldn't afford to let up any more runs, and now a deep fly ball will at least add 1.
So it's Dennison at third and Jace Mercer over at first. The Scouts trailing 6-2, and Michael Pineda O'Donnell trying to keep it at just that. But with runners in the corners and nobody out, that is going to be tough. And the batter now is Aldo Buendia. Buendia, a .333 hitter on the year with 3 doubles and 6 RBIs. He is 0 for 3 on the day. 3 flyouts, 1 to center, 1 to short, and 1 to second base. O'Donnell steps off the mound yet again. We are an hour and 44 minutes into this one. Here in the top of the 6th inning with nobody out. Another long ball game here at Grady's Field. The pitch. And that one's hit high in the air, shallow center field. The shortstop, Takis, takes a couple steps back, makes the grab. Quality out there for Michael Pineda O'Donnell, as that will not allow the runner to tag up and come home to score.
Yeah, that's a big one right there, because now it opens up the double play ball. You get 1 out, now a double play ball gets you out of the inning.
So Dallas Beaver coming to the plate. Dallas Beaver, of course, from the University of Central Florida. We talk about double play balls. Well, Dallas Beaver has hit into 3 of them this year. That is tied for the 2nd most on the Cincinnati Steam Ball Club. First pitch and the runner goes. Throw over to second. Will not be in time. So Jace Mercer swipes his 21st bag of the year. He swiped his 20th bag of the year back in the 4th inning. So just as Gabe was mentioning the double play ball, well, looks like Cincinnati Steam manager Jimmy Brenneman was acutely aware of that possibility. When you have a speedy guy on the base path, Jace Mercer, who is your leading team leader in stolen bases amongst the league leaders as well, you should take that off. Pitch that time to Dallas Beaver, taking on the inside, evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Beaver is 0 for 2 on the day, a couple of ground outs and a walk. Beaver, a .351 hitter on the year, 11 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, 24 RBIs. He bats from the left side here against the righty O'Donnell. A pitch, and that one is roped into right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Roger Dennison, an RBI single. Off the bat of Dallas Beaver makes it a 7-2 Cincinnati Steam lead.
And now a 5-run game that, with the way the offense is going for the Scouts, not just in this one, but as of late, not to be dramatic, but it feels nearly impossible.
And that I would not call being dramatic at all. There's a difference between drama and living in the real world. But so Jace Mercer advances from second to third there. As Corey Coob's going to come out to the mound and have a word with Dallas Beaver. But as Gabe mentioned earlier during this contest, the offense has just struggled so mightily over these past couple of weeks. And having lost 7 games in a row, if not won a game since they were 15-15 at the All-Star break. If you divide the season, as I do, into 3 separate parts, the first 10 games, the middle 10 games, and the final 10 games, or the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. The fourth quarter has been a monumental struggle so far for these Xenia Scouts. So it's runners at the corners again here, 1 away. The runner at first is Dallas Beaver. First pitch to Alix Holderbach is taken on the outside, 1-0. Alix Holderbach, a 360 hitter on the year. He's 1 for 3 on the day. That 360 number, that is tops on this Cincinnati Steam Ball Club. A single and a couple of strikeouts for him so far this evening. Runner goes, throw over to second. Will beat him there. They'll throw back home, and the throw will go over the head of Ryan Park. Ange Bourgeois chooses not to lay down the tag on Beaver and throw it back as the double steal was on. But the throw from Ange Bourgeois back to Ryan Park at the plate flies over the head of Ryan Park. So the run ends up scoring, and then not only does Dallas Beaver take second base, he stands up and advances to third. So now it's 8-2 with a runner at third and 1 out. So the double play ball gone, another run on the board. And wow, as the infield's going to come in here, pitch to Holderbach, curveball taken on the outside, 3 balls and no strikes, I should say.
And I actually loved that decision from Ange Bourgeois. I thought the runner would have been safe at second. I thought Bourgeois had Mercer at the plate.
3-0 pitch, high ball 4. So Alix Holderbach draws a walk, and it's runner at the corners yet again here with 1 away.
I thought he had him at the plate, and Ryan Park just couldn't get his glove over enough. He was afraid of running in. He was afraid of leaning in to Jace Mercer. But I personally thought Park should have taken another step over, caught the ball, and laid the tag down, because if he catches that ball, Mercer is out.
The throw would have beaten him. No question.
I liked the decision from Bourgeois.
As the pitch there at the plate. I don't know if I necessarily agree with you that Beaver would have beaten Bourgeois on the tag if he had chosen not to throw home.
Okay.
But I do agree with you that it was a good decision. And maybe you saw it at a better angle than I did, whether it was more Park's fault on the receiving end or Bourgeois on the throwing end. But the reason for, don't mean to blame anyone, but at the end of the day, it's just the same old story, same old song and dance. Errors in the field, crazy things just tend to happen. So now the score 8-2 with the runners at the corners. The 0-1 pitch, that one bouncing in the dirt. He was the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. The batter is Matt Workington. Matt Workington, a 304 hitter on the year, 5 doubles, 6 home runs, 22 RBIs on the season. Make it 6 doubles because he doubled back in the third. He ropes one into deep right field. That'll be dropped by Jordan Lambert, or should I say in left field. So Lambert gloves it, but then drops it. Another run will come home. That one should be marked as an error on Jordan Lambert. Would you think, Gabe?
I would think so as well, but I think they gave him a hit.
Well, the run comes home to score, so now 9-2 is the score in favor of the Steam. It's runners at first and second here, still just 1 away. Mike Moffitt to the plate. Mike Moffitt, a 303 hitter. He has 2 hits on the day. He swings at first pitch, fouls it back over the screen. 1 ball and no strikes. That one hits the awning over the stands here at Grady's Field. A little bit scary for some people. Okay, now people seem to really be freaking out about it. No balls and 1 strike to count here. Moffitt bats from the right side. Like we said, a 2 for 3 day. He has reached all 3 times as he reached on an error his 3rd time up. The 0-1 pitch. Curve ball inside, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 3 runs have already come home here in the top of the 6th inning and extends the lead to 9-2 for the Cincinnati team, and they are still going here, still just 1 away in the top of the 6th. The 1-1 pitch from O'Donnell. That one hit on the ground towards short. Aaron Tack is sliding over, throws it to Ange Bourgeois, and he tries to throw it off his knees. It goes over Bourgeois. So 1 run will come home to score there as that ball just goes into right field and make it 10-2 in favor of the Cincinnati team.
3 more runs here in the 6th inning. Excuse me, 4 more runs here in the 6th inning. And it has just not been pretty.
So now it's runners at the corners with 1 out. It has been runners at the corners with 1 out multiple different times here in the top of the 6th. And now Cole Murphy will be the 8th man to bat for the Cincinnati team here in this inning. Just 1 out has been made for the Scouts. First pitch here from O'Donnell. Swing and a miss. Curveball on the inside. Nothing on the count to Murphy. Murphy is 1 for 3 on the day. A single his first time up. A couple of flyouts since then. Murphy, a .304 hitter coming into this contest. He bats from the left side here against the righty O'Donnell. The pitch. That one hit in the air, sky high, center field. Charging in is going to be Ange Bourgeois. He'll make the grab in center field. So what I should have said was charging in is Francisco Andina. He is called off by the second baseman, Ange Bourgeois. That's out number 2. And Gabe, did you know that today is Ange Bourgeois' final game with the Scouts?
I was aware. He is leaving for a conference in California, and I mentioned that pregame, but we had a total of 0 viewers.
I love talking to myself
of the pregame. So yeah,
let's see. So it'll be interesting to see who the Scouts play at second base tonight, but it'll be interesting to see if they can get out of this inning here without any further damage. First pitch curveball to Hayden Singer. That one missing on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Hayden Singer is 2 for 3 on the day. His 2 hits, a grand slam home run his first time up, a double his second time up. He has scored 2 runs, driven in 4. He fouls that one straight back as he's really lunges there, trying to get that outside fastball. Ends up fouling it straight back. So the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. It's Matt Workington at third, Mike Moffitt at first. The Steam, their 9th batter of the inning here. 1-1 pitch, and that one catching the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes now moves the count. Singer, a .276 hitter coming into this game with 8 doubles, 3 home runs. O'Donnell will step off there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. O'Donnell delivers. Curveball lifted into center field. Shallow center field. Coming in is Francisco Andina. He'll make the grab on the run for out number 3. But 4 runs on 2 hits and 2 men left aboard for the Cincinnati team in the top of the 6th inning. We have reached the middle of the 6th. 10-2 is the score in favor of the team. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You can listen to the Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We go into the bottom of the 6th inning. The Scouts, their deficit just got increased by 4 runs in the top half of the inning as first pitch to Kyle Casserly taken off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. The score now 10-2 in favor of the Cincinnati team. Andrew Alix here alongside Gabe Genovesi. Casserly watches a fastball on the outside part of the plate, taken for a called strike there. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the count to Kyle Casserly. Casserly 0 for 2 on the day. A hard line out over to third and a ground out. So far for him. Curveball on 1-1. He checks his swing, but they will say that Casserly went around, so he's quickly behind in this count. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. It'll be Casserly, Donald Ring, and Chris Ackerman due up for Xenia here in the home half of the 6th. As Casserly hits one hard on the ground, that'll be fair left field side. That ball rolling all the way to the wall. Casserly rounds first and heads for second. He will get there standing. Kyle Casserly picks himself up his 11th double of the year, 12th if you're looking at point streak. And the Scouts with a runner in scoring position here with nobody out.
Yeah, to everybody else in the league, and we might as well just say this now, point streak, the broadcasters are going to say Casserly is 12 doubles. We know that the very first game of the year, they gave Casserly credit for a double instead of Caden Owens. So it says Owens has 2 doubles. He actually has 3. Now Casserly has 11 doubles. In point streak, it had Cass at 11 doubles coming into tonight.
Well, in my opinion, that's fake news. Casserly has actually 13 doubles. Just kidding. But either way, Casserly has a lot of doubles. 11 on the year, 12 on the year, whatever you may think. But now it's Donald Ring to the plate. Ring, he singled his last time up. First pitch to him. That one hit foul down the first base side. Nothing and 1 to count. Donald Ring, like we said, 1 for 2 on the day. A .216 hitter on the year. 7 doubles. That number is undisputed. That's second most on the Xenia Scouts ball club. Tied with Ben Beachy. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Ben Beachy's going to have the chance to increase that double total anytime soon, as he's been on the shelf with a knee injury. 0-1 pitch to Donald Ring. Fastball watches on the outside. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ring playing third base tonight. Not his normal position by any means. Ring normally a catcher, a designated hitter, a first baseman if he really needs to. As the 1-1 pitch is hit high in the air and deep to left field. Going back is the left fielder. He is at the track, the wall, and that one will bounce and hit the wall. Kyle Casserly rounds second and heads for third. Donald Ring stands at second, his 8th double of the year. So just like that, Donald Ring passes Ben Beachy in doubles, a couple of extra base hits from the Scouts, and they have runners at second and third here with nobody out. But I really thought that had a chance of being the second home run ball for Donald Ring of the season.
And that ball, because of the flight of it, the only unfortunate thing here is Casserly couldn't score. You didn't know if, like you said, if it was going to carry over. You didn't know if the left fielder Workington was going to be able to get there for the grab, and it hits right off the bottom of the wall. I thought Workington could have caught it, but he just missed it. You know, the Scouts have a chance.
First pitch to Ackerman. That one gets past the catcher, Hayden Singer. Kyle Casserly slides in to score. A passed ball brings home run number 3 of the game for the Scouts. That cuts their deficit from 10-2. Now it's 10-3. And Donald Ring advancing from second to third on the play as well. So the Scouts are already on the board here before an out is even made here in the home half of the 6th inning. And just a long fly ball off the bat of Chris Ackerman should bring home 1 more. The 1-0 pitch to Ack. That one fastball taken on the outside part of the plate. Called strike 1. Ackerman is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. The 1-1 pitch. Ack fouls that one out of play, right field side. The count moves 1-2. It's Donald Ring at third. Nobody out here in the home half of the 6th inning. The Scouts trailing in this game by a score of 10-3. Ackerman bats from the right side here against the righty. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball on the inside. Evens the count up 2-2. Ackerman, a 192 hitter on the year with 4 doubles, 2 home runs, and 12 RBIs. 39 strikeouts on the year. Make it 40. He swings and misses there. Out number 1. That is the 3rd strikeout of the evening for Chris Ackerman.
And unfortunately, that's he averages about 2 strikeouts a game. That's just how it's been lately.
Yeah, it's tough. So now Ange Bourgeois comes to the plate. Bourgeois, he's over 2 on the day. A 222 hitter on the year. Looks like the Steam out at the mound, or their pitching coach out on the mound to have a word with Mitch Gremling. As looks like the catcher will head back, and Mitch Gremling will remain in this game. So like we said, Bourgeois 0 for 2 on the day. 222 hitter on the year, 7 RBIs. He bats from the left side here against the righty. Donald Ring stands at third with 1 away. First pitch to Ange Bourgeois, fastball on the outside part of the plate, called strike 1. Mitch Gremling now has 8 strikeouts this evening. Just innings pitched. The 0-1 pitch. And Bourgeois waves and misses that time, quickly behind in this count, 0-2. Dylan Lottenville waits on deck. The Scouts trying to just claw their way back into this game. The pitch off the plate, fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the count.
And now's where, if you want any chance, you need to put up a crooked number in this inning. You need to put one deep in the air, get another run here in the 6th, and give yourself a chance.
And the 1-2 pitch on the outside evens up the count 2-2. You can't just, at this point, with just 4 innings remaining, if you're counting this inning and a steep hill to climb with a 7-run deficit, you got to start making a big impact. As the pitch this time to Ange Bourgeois in there for a called strike 3, fastball out on the outside part of the plate. He was watching all the way. The 9th strikeout of the evening, delivered by starting pitcher Mitch Gremling in just 5 2/3 innings pitched. Well, the 10th strikeout of the evening.
I have 10 in my book. I could be wrong.
Oh, no, I counted we put the numbers under the strikeouts, and I put 7 twice. So, yeah, that is the 10th strikeout of the evening. His first pitch to Dylan Lottenville is fouled off. It's Donald Ring at third with now 2 away here in the home half of the 6th. Pitch to Lottenville that time on the outside, evens the count up 1-1. Lottenville 0 for 2 on the evening with 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging and 1 looking. Lottenville bats from the right side here against the righty. The 1-1 pitch. Lottenville able to hold off there on a ball low and away. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the count.
And a good job by Lottenville to lay off there. That pitch.
2 balls and 1 strike. Sorry, our scoreboard was messed up. The 2-1 pitch. Foul straight back. Now the count is 2-2. Lottenville trying to bring home his Hillsdale Charger teammate Donald Ring from over at third base. So Lottenville awaits. Gremling looks to the catcher Hayden Singer. He delivers the 2-2 pitch, and that one fouled back into the screen. Will stay at 2-2. Very few scouts in the lineup today have not punched out yet. Aaron Takis without a punch out. Just Aaron Takis, Kyle Casserly, and Francisco Andina. The only 3 scouts yet to strike out. 2-2 pitch, and Lottenville lines that one into center field. A base hit. Donald Ring comes home to score. An RBI single off the bat of Dylan Lottenville, his 6th RBI of the year, and that cuts the scout deficit to 10-4.
And Lottenville does a nice job there. Only his 9th hit of the year, as we've talked about his struggles, but picks up the RBI, and it's 10-4.
So a good piece of hitting there from Dylan Lottenville, a little Hillsdale Charger connection, bringing home his teammate. And now a guy that's had a pretty good game for himself so far, at least at the plate, Francisco Andina steps in. First pitch to Andina, curveball taken on the inside part of the plate. A called strike 1. It's Dylan Lottenville first here, with 2 away in the home half of the 6th. Andina 2 for 2 on the day, a double in the 3rd. He singled back in the 5th. The pitch, and he lines that one to right field, a base hit. So a 3-hit day for Francisco Andina, who was just 1 for 21 coming into this game, just the All-Star break. So Francisco Andina, I'm saying it again, but you talked about momentum with that double, and he is certainly riding that momentum. And now the Scouts, if they can pull a little 2-out rally here, with already 2 runs having come home and 2 men on right now, if Ryan Park can get something going and get to the hot hitters like Aaron Takis, Jordan Lambert, maybe a chance to get themselves back into this ball game. Remember, they trail by 6 right now in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Ryan Park steps in. Ryan Park is 0 for 3 on the day. A rare situation for the catcher from Point Loma, Nazarene. His first pitch to him, fastball taken on the outside part of the plate, called strike 1. Ryan Park, a .432 on base percentage, so he roughly gets on about half the time, a little less than half the time, but 0 for 3. Has yet to find base so far this game. It's Lawtonville at second, Francisco Andina at first here with 2 away. The 0-1 pitch to Park. Fouled out of play, first base or third base side. And the Scouts catcher Ryan Park now behind this count, 0-2. So Park steps back in here. He awaits the 0-2 pitch. And that one hit up the middle, back towards the second baseman, Jace Mercer, who fields it, gets the force at second. And that'll do it for the Scouts here in the bottom of the 6th. They get 2 runs on 4 hits and leave 2 aboard in the home half of the 6th. We have played 6 innings of baseball. The Scouts trail the team by a score of 10-4. Gabe Genovesi going to take things over for the final 3 innings of this ball game when we come back. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
We head to the top of the 7th here at Grady's Field. A 10-4 Cincinnati Steam lead over your Xenia Scouts as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Titus Collins in to pitch for the Scouts, the 3rd pitcher of the game for Xenia. Collins on the season for Xenia, 8 appearances, 12 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 15 hits, so a little over a hit an inning. 16 runs given up, but only 7 of them earned for Titus Collins, a 4.97 ERA. 11 walks, 7 strikeouts, so the walk has been the problem for Collins. First pitch to Roger Dannison. Just misses high, 1-0. Dannison on the day, 1 for 2 with a walk. An infield single, his first time up in the 2nd inning. Now the pitch. High and outside, 2-0. A ground out to short in the 4th inning and a walk his last time up in the 6th. Came around to score the 7th run of the game for the Cincinnati Steam. The 2-0 pitch. Grounded right side toward Bourgeois at second. He fires to first, one away. And that'll bring back up the top of the order in Jace Mercer for the Cincinnati Steam. Mercer, 2 hits today in his last 2 at-bats. A couple of strikeouts to begin the game, but then an RBI single in the 4th and a single in the 6th. The sophomore from Cincinnati swings at the first pitch, fouls it off, 0-1. Jace Mercer bats from the left side, a switch hitter, but he bats from the left side against the righty Titus Collins. The pitch below the knees, 1-1. Mercer coming into this evening was 9 for 21 with 4 RBIs against the Scouts. So he continues to have success against Scouts pitching. The 1-1 misses high at the chin, 2-1. Do a little math here. Jace Mercer is now 11 for 25. Almost a 500 hitter against the Scouts. The pitch low in the turf, 3-1. Mercer, not an extra base hit guy, as speedy second baseman for this team. A singles hitter, only 3 doubles on the year. Now the 3-1. Popped up, foul territory. Parked the catcher chasing, and that'll go out of play. 3-2. The Steam broke it open last inning in the 6th with 4 runs on 3 hits to make it a 10-2 game. The Scouts responded with a couple of runs in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Now the 3-2 pitch to Mercer. Fouled off down the third base line behind the Xenia Scouts dugout, 3-2. The Scouts have actually put together a decent hitting night, just haven't come at timely moments. The 3-2 pitch, outside ball 4. Mercer is on with a 1-out walk, and that is trouble. He has already stolen 2 bases tonight. He has 21 on the year. Coming into tonight, his 19 stolen bases, was 3rd in the league. And that'll bring up Aldo Buendia for the Steam. Buendia 0 for 4 tonight. A few flyouts and a line out the tack. It's now a chopper down the third base line. It rolls foul, 0-1. Buendia will be a sophomore at the University of Texas, San Antonio. Hometown, Laredo, Texas. Stands in as a righty. Only 5'9". The 0-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit, left field. Aldo Buendia has his first hit of the evening. And there's runners on first and second with 1 down here in the 7th for the Steam. And that'll bring up Dallas Beaver, who's 1 for 3 with a walk tonight. An RBI single his last time up in the 6th inning. This has been a long ball game, my friend. And my apologies. This is not going to be Dallas Beaver. This will be a pinch hitter. First pitch from Collins. Chopped foul down the third baseline. 0-1. And just trying to look and see who that is. That is Brian Guck, who will stand in from the right side. Guck is 1 for 7 with an RBI and a walk against the Scouts this year. He's played in 2 games against Xenia. Runners on first and second, 1 down here in the 7th. The 0-1 pitch, high at the chin, 1-1. The Steam leading the Scouts 10-4. Guck hasn't played in a game since July 16th, making a pinch hit appearance here in the 7th inning. The pitch, low inside, 2-1 to Brian Guck. Guck will be a senior at Adrian College. Hit .258 last season for the Bulldogs. However, his hometown right here, or right in Cincinnati, Ohio, which explains why he is playing for the Cincinnati Steam. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball toward third. It'll stay fair. And no, they're going to call that a foul ball.
Now, let's see a little bit of delayed call there.
Yeah, Ring went to touch the bag at third and just looked like, what's the call? And they finally said foul. Count even at 2-2.
You want to come in? You want to go on?
And Andrew's going to give his headset to Caden Owens, who I really didn't want to talk to, but that is
Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't really have a choice here, apparently. Collins, taking his time, takes the sign from Park. The 2-2 pitch, high at the chin, 3-2. Well, if I have to talk to you, how you doing, Caden?
Doing all right.
Caden's been helping us out in the press box this week. Oral Roberts, where Caden attends college, plays a school ball. He can only pitch once every 2 days, so he gets his day off, and he comes up and helps out. The 3-2 pitch, line drive, left center field. That ball will land. Andina cuts it off. 1 run will score. The throw to second is not in time. Bourgeois lost the ball, and now the runner breaking for the plate. 2 runs will score. The first run was Jace Mercer. Aldo Buendia with a heads-up play to score after Bourgeois lost that ball. 2 runs score. It's 12-4 Steam.
It was almost a great play. Francisco did a good job of cutting that ball off and getting it in, but couldn't finish it.
And they will rule that, of course, a double for Brian Guck, who that's a pretty successful pinch hit at bat.
Say so.
Guck has been hitless in 7 of his 12 games played. The double there, and that'll bring up Alex Holderbach. First pitch to him, high and outside, ball 1. The Steam, 4 runs in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 4 again in the sixth, and 2 in the seventh. Have made it a 12-4 game. Collins sets the 1-0 delivery. Check swing. Holderbach went around 1-1.
That was a good slider right there.
And we've seen Collins this year. Limited work, but because he is new to the game of baseball. A wrestler at Bruton Parker College.
Yeah.
And baseball coach saw him throwing the 1-1 pitch, curveball in there for a strike, 1-2. Baseball coach saw him throwing with a buddy and said, hey, we need some arms. You want to come try out? And Bruton Parker kept him. And you talk to Titus, he knows it's a learning experience.
It definitely is.
And I'll tell you what, though, for not throwing in quite a few years, the 1-2 pitch misses inside, 2-2. I'm really impressed with the kid.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's been awesome to see him come out and do what he's done. It's not easy to do, even if you've played every year up until now. So for him to take multiple years off and come and do what he's done is impressive.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Collins waiting for it on the mound, and he's going to let it land. And now the runner going to third. Ring's throw is not in time. And it's like, and again, talking about some of this experience, it's like you hear everybody say pitchers don't like to field their position. If someone from the corner infield can come up over and make the grab when there's a pop fly near or even on the mound, they're going to do it. Right. And Rydon's looking around, and Ring and Casserly were sprinting in. It was on the third base side, so it would have been Ring. And Collins just lets it drop. First pitch now gets away from the catcher, Park. So Alex Holderbach moves it over to second. The runner, Brian Guck, comes in to score. It's 13-2. And that's just one of those where the inexperience of Titus, he wanted Donald Ring to come make that grab.
He did, and that's just because he was expecting a position player to field that ball. But with it being right on top of the mound like it was, it's really difficult for any of the 4 infielders to get there quick enough. So ultimately that would come down to Titus calling that ball right at the last second and making the play himself.
Workington bats from the right side. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed, 1-1. And that is, I mean, that ball wasn't, lots of times you'll see a ball a few feet off the mound, and that's like, okay, corner infield, come and get the ball.
Right.
But that ball landed right on the rubber, next to the rubber. The 1-1 pitch, fouled off behind the plate, 1-2. And that's just how the night's been going for Xenia.
It's been pretty tough tonight. On the mound and defensively. 4 errors tonight.
And is that an error or a hit?
That is supposed to count as a hit. It didn't touch a glove.
It landed.
It landed on the ground without a glove touching it. That's supposed to be a hit.
The 1-2 pitch misses low and away. Count even at 2-2 to Matt Workington, who's 2 for 4 tonight. A double in the third inning, an RBI single in the sixth for Workington. Alex Holderbach stands on second. The 2-2 popped up deep left field. Lambert chasing back, and he makes the grab at the warning track. A good catch by Jordan Lambert to range to his left and make the play. Holderbach has to stay at second, 2 down here in the 7th.
That was a good catch by Lambert. It's tough to go back like that, especially at this time of the night, and see the ball is above the lights. And with me playing right field a little bit this summer, I totally understand. It's tough when the ball gets above the lights at this field.
And that'll bring up a pinch hitter, Blaine Griffiths, to hit for Mike Moffitt. So Moffitt, he was 2 base because he reached on a couple of errors. Griffiths comes to the plate. He bats from the left side against Collins sets. First pitch to Griffiths. Fastball outside corner, strike 1.
Good pitch on the block right there.
Griffiths is 2 for 10 with 4 walks and an RBI against the Scouts this year in 3 games played. The 0-1 curveball fouled off behind the Scouts' dugout down the third base line, 0-2.
Titus with a little bit of unfortunate luck here in this inning. You just hope that he can find a way to manage and get out of it right here. 0-2 count, 2 outs.
Griffiths hitting .263 over his last 7 games. The pitch swung on and missed, but it gets past Park. And that pitch hit the turf, and that's just a ball Ryan Park has to be able to block. It goes right underneath his legs. And you can't get any unluckier if you're Titus Collins. You get your first strikeout of the night. Instead, Griffiths, well, it's still a strikeout, but Griffiths reaches first, and there's runners on the corners.
Still 2 outs. Still manageable right here.
And Cole Murphy to the plate. Collins sets the first pitch. Outside corner, strike 1.
Murphy's popped up a couple fastballs tonight, so if we can stay ahead of him right here.
That's exactly right, my friend. 3 pop outs, 1 to left field baseman Bourgeois. He did single back in the first inning. The 0-1. Line drive, fair ball down the left field line. Murphy's going to round first and head for 2. 1 run will score. Griffiths coming around from first. The throw to the plate is cut off. A 2-run double for Cole Murphy, and it is now 15 to 4 Steam. Cole Murphy picks up his 2nd and 3rd RBIs of the year, his 5th double of the season, and this will probably do it for Titus Collins.
I think so. It looks like, is that Ryan Mills? Ryan Mills.
Yep.
Coming in to close the deal here.
Hopefully. Mills is going to have to go 2 1/3 in order to close this one out. And Titus Collins with a rough outing, to say the least. 5 runs. I believe they will all be earned.
Should be. Yeah.
And Collins, strikes out 1 on the drop third. So 2/3 of an innings pitched. 4 hits given up, 5 runs. Collins walked 1 and struck out 1, and that'll be his night here in the 7th. We're going to step aside quickly while Mills warms up. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Ryan Mills in to pitch for the Xenia Scouts. He will try to take care of the last out here in the 7th as Titus Collins gives up 5 more runs to make it a 15-4 ball game. Mills, 8 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 17 hits, 9 earned runs for Ryan Mills, three walks and 5 strikeouts. First pitch from the righty Mills, high and outside to the batter Hayden Singer. Singer, the 9th batter of the inning for this team.
Singer's seeing the ball real well tonight, too. A double and a home run.
Yeah, you don't say. Grand slam, double, the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he went for the fences there.
That was a big hack.
Hayden Singer, the grand slam in the 2nd inning to get the scoring started for Cincinnati. A double in the 4th ever since a ground out to 3rd and a fly out to center. The pitch. Curveball below the knees, 2-1. Nice little drop action there from Ryan Mills.
It was. All of his pitches move. I've noticed that, which is a good sign for a pitcher.
The 2-1 pitch misses inside, 3-1 to Hayden Singer. Roger Dennison on deck. He grounded out to 2nd to begin this inning. The only Cincinnati, actually him and Matt Workington, the only 2 Cincinnati Steam batters who have not reached base this inning. The pitch. Outside
Good
corner,
pitch.
strike 2.
Good pitch. Let's go right back to it.
Singer started walking down the first base line. Not so fast. Count full at 3-2 and with runners going. The pitch. Fouled off down the first base. Well, right behind the Steam dugout down the first base line. We'll stay at 3-2. And Cole Murphy did not take off. Well, with a 15-4 lead, I guess he might be pulling up.
You might be. Usually the only move ups are on wild pitches and pass balls.
The pitch. Way high above the head. Mills Singer. And then I'll bring up Roger Dennison for the inning. We are 2 hours and, a little under 2.5 hours into this ballgame. And we are here in the 7th inning. And the Scouts have been accustomed to some long games this year.
You have.
Unfortunately, when it's 15-4 in favor of the opposition, it's not what you like to see. First pitch at the knees for strike 1 to Roger Dennison. Dennison on the night is a walk. An infield single back in the 2nd inning. A ground out to short, the walk, and a ground out to 2nd, his last time up in this inning. That pitch catches the outside edge, 0-2.
Good pitch. We finished it right here. And the next couple pitches, see what Coobs goes to.
Pitching, always calling the pitches for the Xenia Scouts. Now the 0-2. just misses off the outside corner, 1-2.
Good spot for a curveball right there.
Dennison coming into tonight was hitless in his last 3 games. So the infield single is first time up. Now the 1-2 roped face line will stay at 1-2. The infield single his first time up was his first hit in 11 at-bats. Before that 3-game stretch, however, he was on a 4-game hit streak in which he went 6 for 15 with 3 RBIs. So he's been hot and cold. The 1-2 swung on and missed strike 3. Ryan Mills comes up with the strikeout to end the 7th inning, but not before the Cincinnati Steam get 5 runs on 1, 2, 4 hits, and they leave a runner on. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
I like that.
We head to the bottom of the 7th here at Grady's Field. First pitch to Aaron Takis outside. Sorry for the little bit of a late start here. Was getting some information from J-Mac, one of the assistant coaches on the Xenia Scouts Ball Club. The 1-0 to Takis fouled off 1-1, and that information was that tomorrow's game will be here instead of at Cincinnati tomorrow, and I'm sure all Scouts fans, all Scouts players, myself, Andrew, Alix, very much like that.
Yeah, that's good news for us.
The 1-1 pitch, way inside, 2-1.
We would have had back-to-back road trips Friday and Saturday.
Yep, our last 2 road games of the year.
Saturday, the long trip to Galleon, 2.5 hours.
Not looking forward to that one. The 2-1, high and outside, 3-1 to Aaron Takis. The new pitcher for the Cincinnati Steam is Alec Benavides. Benavides, the lefty, the pitch, way inside. Takis walks. Leadoff runner here in the 7th for the Scouts. Benavides is a 6'4", 195-pound lefty from Alvin Community College. Hometown, Laredo, Texas, along with his teammate Aldo Buendia. Benavides was drafted out of high school in the 37th round by the Cincinnati Reds. Obviously elected not to go.
Right. He looks really smooth with his stuff. Ball comes out well out of his hand. His curveball looks good in warm-ups. So totally understand why the Reds would take a chance on him.
First pitch now to Jordan Lambert at the knee, strike one. And we've seen Benavides a few times just in one-inning appearances this year, and it's the control that Benavides struggles with. But as Caden mentioned, velocity is up, curveball is good as Lambert swings through a pitch on the inside, 0-2. Lambert's 2 for 3 today, a 2 RBI double in the third inning. Struck out his last time in the fifth, however. The eighth victim of Gremlin. The 0-2, runner going, pitch outside. Takis takes second without a throw. 1-2 to Lambert. Gremling's final line, 6 innings pitched. He gave up 10 hits and, of course, only 4 runs as Lambert swings through one. It gets past the catcher. The throw to first is in time. So Lambert's out at first. He strikes out. The first strikeout of the night for Alec Benavides. And Takis moves to third on the drop third.
Good curveball right there that Jordan saw. 1 out, runner on third. Let's see what Casserly can do. Just a ground ball in the infield. Anywhere will score Takis from third.
Cashley bats from the left side. The first baseman tonight for the Scouts. The pitch. Ground ball right side towards second. Mercer picks up, fires to first. An RBI ground out for Kyle Casserly as Takis scores easily. And it is 15-5 Cincinnati here in the seventh.
And that will go down as a quality at bat for Casserly.
Is that, I've always wondered, is that a stat that, like, obviously it's not going to be online anywhere or something that people are going to say, but that college squads keep track of?
We definitely do at ORU in the fall season as well as in the spring.
First pitch to ring, high 1-0.
Keep track of quality at bat percentages. So just the number of at bats that we go up and
Okay.
put up a quab. That's what we,
Okay.
yeah, quality at bat. So there's 8 different ways,
The 1-0 misses inside, 2-0 to ring.
roughly 8 different ways to achieve a quality at bat.
Rattle them off.
Put the pressure on me, huh?
Yeah.
Base hit, hard hit ball,
The 2-0 pitch way inside. Ring gets out of the way, 3-0.
a walk, a hit by pitch, advance the lead runner, sac fly,
The 3-0 pitch. Inside ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Donald Ring, and he's on with 2 outs. So that's 6.
There's 6. Seeing 4 more pitches after getting to 2 strikes.
Okay.
Pretty complicated. But,
Okay.
So there's 7. I'll have to think about that 8.
So is a anything sacrifice under the category of sac fly?
Sacrifice bunt as well.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay. First pitch to Ackerman, misses low, 1-0. Okay.
There it is. There's 8.
So base hit, walk, hit by pitch, sac fly, sac bunt is 5. Advance the lead runner, 6. The 1-0 to Ackerman, runner going. He swings through a pitch, and they're just letting the Scouts take second now.
At this point, it's more in their favor to stay in their defensive positions than cover a bag.
Yep. 1-1 to Ack. Misses outside, 2-1. So I'm gonna start over because I gotta get this right. A base hit, a walk, a hit by pitch, a sac fly, a sac bunt. Advance the lead runner is 6. 4 more pitches after 2 strikes is 7. As Ackerman chops one toward third. Third baseman Beaver picks it up, fires to first, and that'll do it for the Scouts in the 7th. But I'm gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
4 more pitches.
Right.
After 2 strikes is 7.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
You're missing 8 or more pitches in an at bat.
Okay.
Did I mention that one earlier?
No, you didn't.
Okay, so there's 9.
Yeah.
And then a hard hit ball.
A hard hit ball.
Yeah.
Got it. Boom. Quality at bats, people. Quality at bats. 15-5 steam lead of the Scouts heading into the 8th. Ryan Mills back out on the mound for the Scouts as we head to the 8th, a 15-5 Cincinnati Steam lead over your Xenia Scouts. Top of the order for the Steam due up in the 8th, Jace Mercer, Aldo Buendia, and Brian Guck. First pitch to Mercer, flared, foul territory, third base line. Ring can't get there as that ball dropped quickly, 0-1.
Did Mercer just finish his freshman year at Cincinnati?
He did.
He's a young guy. He's a good prospect.
Very speedy guy is Jace Mercer. Now 21 stolen bases on the year. The 0-1 pitch, high and away, 1-1. Jace Mercer in his freshman season with the Bearcats. Yeah, you talk about a prospect. He played in almost every game for Cincinnati. Hit 273 in 56 games played. The pitch, low and away, 2-1. A 345 on base percentage as well at Cincinnati. And 48 hits, 8 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer, 29 RBIs. Anytime you can get Jace Mercer on base, he's a threat to steal. The 2-1 pitch misses low and away, 3-1. He was 10 for 12 in stolen bases at Cincinnati. I would not be surprised at all to see this kid maybe in the Northwoods somewhere in a year or two.
Yeah, I would say so.
That
There's a
one
good
grounded
shot.
toward first. Casserly picks it up, flips to Mills, 1 down here in the 8th. Am I wrong on that?
No, I don't think so at all. He put up pretty good numbers his freshman
Right.
year at Cincinnati. Has had a pretty good summer. Went through the prospect camp over the All-Star break and performed well.
Okay. I did not know that.
Definitely has the tools to play in a league like that. So
He wasn't an all-star, though.
No, he wasn't, but he did participate in the prospect camp evaluation.
And now the first pitch to Aldo Buendia outside ball 1. Is that player's choice to participate or invitation?
That's an invitation only.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Kyle Casserly was the scout to participate in the prospect. Chopper back to the mound now. Mills picks it up, fires to first, 2 away here in the 8th. He gets Aldo Buendia to ground out. A 3-1 ground out, then a 1-3 ground out to begin the 8th.
Love to see that.
So did the All-Stars, did you and Landon participate in that prospect?
No, we
camp
didn't,
as well?
just because a few hours later was the All-Star game.
Which you pitched in.
Right.
They weren't on different days.
Right. It was the
Gotcha.
same day. Kyle Casserly and John Kopicki actually threw a bullpen.
Okay. First pitch now to Brian Guck, low and away, 1-0. Guck came in for a pinch hit at bat last inning in the 7th. A pretty good one, a 2 RBI double for Brian Guck. Now the 1-0. Swung on and missed, 1-1. The Steam lead the Scouts 15-5 here in the 8th inning. The Scouts just 2 innings away from dropping their 8th in a row. The 1-1 pitch, curveball, outside corner, strike 2.
It's just been tough to get anything going offensively, and then when you do put up 10 hits, you give up 15 runs.
Yep.
So it doesn't match up well.
The 1-2 pitch, curveball swung on and missed, strike 3. There's the quick inning the Scouts have been praying for. Ryan Mills gets the steam. 1-2-3. Mills gets his second strikeout of the evening. We'll head to the home half of the 8th. 15-5 Cincinnati. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head to the home half of the 8th inning here at Grady's Field. A 15-5 Cincinnati Steam lead over the Xenia Scouts. Ange Bourgeois, Dylan Lottenville, and Francisco Andina, the 7-8-9 hitters for the Scouts, due up in the 8th. They will face the new pitcher, Alix Darden, the lefty on the mound for this team. First pitch, fouled off behind the plate. 0-1 to Ange Bourgeois.
Good cut on the first pitch fastball right there by Ange. Would love to see him go out with a base hit right here in his last night.
Amen to that. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. 0-2. Ange Bourgeois leaving us just for he has a conference to go to in California. The club is slipping my mind, but he's the president of a club at Biola.
That is a great question. I wish I knew.
The 0-2 pitch, low. And I want to say it's the Student Athletic Advisory Committee.
Yeah.
SAC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bourgeois is the president at Biola. Just getting to know him this summer. He couldn't be a better kid. Great kid. Great attitude. One of the hardest working kids that I have ever seen. Always just fun and positive. Loves baseball. Tonight, sadly, Bourgeois 0 for 3, and let's see if he can get a hit here in his final at-bat with the Scouts. The 1-2, fastball outside corner, strike 3. Bourgeois didn't like the pitch on the outside. He strikes out for the 3rd time tonight, and unfortunately, that's probably how his Scouts career will end, but it has been an absolute pleasure watching Ange Bourgeois play this year.
Yeah, he's been awesome for this team. Culturally, it's been an awesome ride with him. He's brought a lot of maturity to the team on and off the field.
First pitch now to Dylan Lottenville. Outside corner, strike 1. Alix Darden will be a sophomore with the Cincinnati Bearcats this next year. He did not play at Cincinnati last season. The 0-1 pitch. Popped up deep center field. The center fielder, Mike Moffitt, settling under it. He'll make the grab. 2 down.
Lawtonville's made some good swings tonight. He's really figuring it out. I'm excited for him and his next season at Hillsdale. I think he'll do good things there. But really cool to see him figuring some things out right here at the end of the summer.
Darden, 5 appearances with the team thus far. He's given up 6 earned runs. 4. No, yes, 6. I'm reading my stat sheet wrong. 6 earned runs and 4 1/3. First pitch to Francisco Andina outside. 4 walks and 4 strikeouts for Alix Darden. And fortunately, just because it does not say on the Great Lakes League or on the Cincinnati Steam website, it says he's a sophomore. The 1-0 to Andina, curveball for a strike, 1-1. But he could have redshirted. He could be a redshirt freshman.
Could be.
We are not aware, and I checked Cincinnati's website too, and it does not say yet. It being the summer, they probably haven't updated anything since the end of last year. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-2. Francisco Andina, have a day, kid. 3 for 3 with a double back in the 3rd inning, a single in the 5th, a single in the 6th. And Andina badly needed a night like this. Since the All-Star break, so his past 7 games, Francisco Andina was 1 for 26. He takes a curveball low, 2-2.
Cisco's shaved. That has to be what it is.
That's what it is. I didn't even think about it.
Just clean shaven and looks good, feels good. That's when you play good, right?
Exactly. Look good, play good. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and we just have the broadcasters jinx tonight. Andina goes down swinging. Darden gets his 2nd strikeout of the inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Alix Darden out of the bullpen, and we'll head to the 9th. 15-5 Cincinnati. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head to the final inning of play here at Grady's Field. A 15-5 Cincinnati Steam lead over the Xenia Scouts. Ryan Mills back out for his third inning of work for the Scouts. Well, it will be 2 1/3 innings if he can get through the 9th. First pitch to Alix Holderbach, curveball at the knees, strike 1. Holderbach on the night, 2 for 4 with a walk, a couple of strikeouts, but a couple of singles as well for Alix Holderbach. The 0-1 pitch at the knee, strike 2.
Good.
Ryan Mills quickly ahead in the count.
Good curveball fastball mix right there. And Holderbach reached base on a drop third strike, I believe, didn't he? Or no, he was the pop up.
Yes. And now that pitch misses low, 1-2. No timeout. Holderbach wasn't the pop up either. Workington on deck was the pop out.
The pop up to the pitcher?
No. That pitch misses low and outside, 2-2.
I'm all messed up.
Yes. Gosh, now you're getting me all messed up, okay? Okay, Holderbach singled in the 7th. You were right. You were right. Okay. The 2-2 pitch misses high and away, 3-2. See, I'm just here thinking I'm about to prove Caden wrong, and I just totally missed exactly what he was talking about. Holderbach popped up on the pitcher's mound. Now the 3-2 pitch grounded left side. Takis picks it up, fires across the diamond, 1 away. So Holderbach this time's retired 6-3, but his last at-bat, just to clarify what we were talking about, Holderbach, quote-unquote, singled, but it was a pop-up right on the pitcher's mound that Titus Collins just let fall right to the right of him. And Donald Rang at third couldn't get there either, which kept the inning going.
Right.
So, yes, that is exactly what you're talking about. First pitch now to Matt Workington, way high, 1-0. Workington is 2 for 5 tonight. An RBI single in the 6th inning, a double in the 3rd. The pitch. Curveball. He went chasing high, 1-1. Matt Workington coming into tonight had 6 multi-hit games on the year, make it 7. He's been on fire as of late. 4 home runs in his past 11 games. That curveball drilled out to deep center field. Ondina chasing, and that ball is gone.
That was crushed.
Well, I talk about the 4 home runs in 11 games, make it 5 home runs in 12. Matt Workington hits his team-leading 7th home run of the year, and it is 16-5 Cincinnati.
And I don't know if I've seen any of the other home runs that he's hit this summer, but that is probably the most impressive.
That ball was launched. First pitch now to Mike Moffitt, outside, ball 1. It's 397 to deep center here at Grady's. That ball just cleared, but probably went around 400. The 1-0 popped up, left field. Lambert pursuing near the line, chasing, diving, grab, not quite made. And Lambert's going to hop up, thank goodness, no injury. And the count will even up at 1-1. Thought Lambert was going to get to that ball for a second, but he just missed.
That's close. That's a long run to the line, and there's a lot of foul ground over there by our bullpen as well.
The 1-1 pitch. Off speed, high at the eyes, 2-1. Moffitt tonight is 2 for 5.
This is the pinch hitter for Moffitt that came in.
Yes, you're correct. Blaine Griffiths. The 2-1. See, without Caden Owens, that pitch misses outside, 3-1. I would just be lost because this is Blaine Griffiths, who reached on the drop third strike in the 7th inning. Mike Moffitt, his night is done. The 3-1. Below the knees, ball 4. 1 on with 1 out for the Steam here in the 9th.
Good opportunity for a double play ball right here to get us out of this and into the bottom of the 9th.
Cole Murphy now steps to the plate. He has his 3rd multi-hit game of the season tonight. The Cincinnati Steam have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-6 as that pitch is flied high into left. Lambert settling under it. He'll make the grab. 2 away. 1 pitch and an out for Ryan Mills. Cole Murphy is now 2 for 6 on the day. But just to finish my train of thought, the Cincinnati Steam now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys with a multi-hit game tonight. And that's just been the night for the Steam. First pitch to Hayden Singer, fouled off down the first baseline, 0-1.
The Steam can really swing the bat. They really do, and they have all year long. A lot of threats throughout their order, but just have to execute a little bit better on the pitching side of things.
The 0-1 pitch, low below the knees, 1-1. Hayden Singer, the grand slam in the second inning, a double in the fourth. A ground out to third, a pop out to center, and a walk ever since. The pitch, off speed, high at the eyes, 2-1 to Singer. This will be barring a 11-run, ninth inning for the Scouts. Their 8th straight loss. The pitch swung on and missed, 2-2.
We really did have a shot there at the All-Star break. What were we, 2.5 back of second place?
Two
games back. So it's just been
the 2-2 pitch, low and outside, 3-2.
It's been a slippery slope since the start of the second half for us.
A very, very slippery slope. Mills sets the 3-2 delivery high and away. Ball 4. 2 on with 2 out for the Steam. Mills has now walked 2 in this inning. And on his night, if I'm looking at this correctly, 3 on the night. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Roger Dennison, who takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Dennison 1 for 4 with a walk tonight. His 1 hit came back in the second inning. The pitch popped up, foul territory, out of play down the third base line, 0-2. The second inning feels like an eternity ago.
This feels like about 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Or so.
It's been about 3 hours, though. Game time now at exactly 3 hours. The pitch, line drive. Bourgeois fields it on a hop, bobbles it, and he is safe at first. And I just feel for Ange Bourgeois now. He can't get a grip on the ball tonight. I believe that's the 3rd time he's done that.
It's a tough night, and it's tough as a baseball player to bounce back from those things, but always the next opportunity. With Mercer here coming up, leadoff has had a pretty good night, but Ange might get another one right here.
I sure hope so. The kid needs to end his Scouts career on a high note. Jace Mercer to the plate. First pitch to him, low, ball 1. Mercer tonight, 2 for 5 with a walk. He struck out his first 2 times up in the first 2 innings. Ever since, a couple singles, a walk, and a ground out. The pitch popped up center field on Dina, settling under it. A couple steps back, makes the grab, and that'll do it for the Steam here in the 9th inning. They get a run on the solo bomb from Matt Workington, and it is 16-5 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head to the bottom of the ninth here at Grady's Field, a 16-5 Cincinnati steam lead over the Xenia Scouts as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Leading off for the Scouts, it will be Ryan Park. Park 0 for 4 tonight. Bats from the left side. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Chris Barber. That pitch misses outside 1-1. Barber, kind of a sidearm delivery from the right side.
He is, which doesn't necessarily affect the left-handers as much as it will the right-handers.
The 1-1 pitch outside 2-1. Barber on the year, 6 appearances, 16 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 19 hits, so a little over a hit an inning. 14 runs, 11 of them earned for a 5.94 ERA. The 2-1 catches the outside corner 2-2. Barber's 1-3 in his 6 appearances. 11 walks, 7 strikeouts. The 2-2 pitch inside, count full at 3-2. Park trying to reach base for the first time today. The pitch. Outside ball 4, and that's exactly what Ryan Park will do. He's on for the first time today with a walk. His 27th walk of the year. That leads the Xenia Scouts ball club, and the 27 walks is, well, coming into tonight, 26 walks was tied for 6th in the league.
Wow. I did not realize that. That's impressive. That's good strike zone discipline right there.
And we were talking about it earlier, but Park's on base percentage as first pitch now to Aaron Takis outside. Park's going to take second without a throw. Park's on base percentage has never, in any game, not first, second, third, any game, has never fallen below 400.
Wow.
The 1-0 pitch outside 2-0.
I asked Park not too long ago. I didn't realize this at all, but he said that he did not start hitting left-handed until he was 17 years old.
Yes, and for those of you who have been with us the whole year, you know the story. But the 2-0 pitch to Takis outside corner, strike 1. He did not start hitting left-handed until he was 17 years old. He said he mightily struggled, not mightily, but he struggled his freshman and sophomore year of high school. The 2-1 pitch now to Takis. Ground ball left side. The shortstop Buendia picks it up, fires to first, 1 away. Park stays at second here in the ninth. But going into his junior year, he knew he needed to switch something up. And he said he picked up a bat, and he said, I'm going to bat left-handed. And the only reason he had a feeling he might be able to do it is because he said him and his friends, they played wiffle ball, and you could only bat with your offhand.
Okay.
Now, first pitch to Jordan Lambert, outside ball 1. So, and he said he crushed wiffle balls left-handed. So he was like, let's give this thing a try. And that's what he did. Obviously, his junior and senior year were pretty successful. Going to Point Loma for baseball. The 1-0 pitch way outside in the opposite batter's box to the lefty Lambert. 2-0. And now Park, has basically hit left-handed most of the year for the Scouts.
Yeah.
Because we've seen mainly righties. The pitch to Lambert on the outside corner, strike 1, 2-1. But that was remarkable to me. Like, he just picked junior year of high school. Right before junior year, he just picked up a bat, said, I need something to change.
Yeah.
And he becomes a switch hitter. The 2-1 pitch misses low and away. Park will move to third on the ball trickling past the glove of Hayden Singer. He's 90 feet away. The count 3-1 on Lambert.
Park is another young guy who he'll get stronger. He'll get faster. The at-bats this summer are valuable for him. So he's another guy that will just continue to get better throughout his college career.
The 3-1 pitch line drive right into the glove of the first baseman, Cole Murphy, 2 down here in the ninth. And that'll bring up Kyle Casserly, who's 1 for 4 with a double tonight, picked up an RBI on a ground out to the second baseman, Mercer, in the 7th inning. Chris Barber 1 out away from finishing it out for the Cincinnati Steam. First pitch to Cass, fastball outside corner, strike 1. Casserly came into tonight with a .273 batting average, but he's one of the scouts, one of the bright spots in this scouts lineup. Swings, hard ground ball, left side. Buendia backhands, throws to first. Cole Murphy scoops it out of the turf, and that'll be it for the scouts here in this one. 16-5, the final score from Grady's Field. The Cincinnati Steam win by 11, and the scouts drop to 8 losses in a row. Any final thoughts, my friend?
Final thoughts. We get to play again tomorrow.
I like it. We get to play again tomorrow. Yes, we do. I will give you that. 8 losses in a row, and you just hope the scouts can hop out of it tomorrow. Talking, Andrew, we said the only thing that you could say that we're playing for is if you hand the Steam a loss, it could ruin their playoff chances. So you're playing the spoiler role.
It could. I talked to one of their players before the game, and he seemed to think, and it's true, they do need some help. They need to win out, and they need a little bit of help to make the playoffs. So they're a good team. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'd just like to see us play a complete game tomorrow for all 9 innings, just to go out this summer and show that that's the kind of caliber players that we have on the team and that we're able to do that. So that's what we want to see tomorrow. Home game.
Thank gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That will help a ton, as the scouts were supposed to be on the road at Cincinnati tomorrow, and instead the game gets moved to here because Cincinnati got rain tonight and they did not tarp their field, and their field, as we know, drains pretty horribly, and the game gets moved here. 7:05 first pitch tomorrow night. So the fans here in Xenia get another home game. We will be on the road on Saturday and then back at home Sunday, both of those against Galleon, but back here for 7:05 first pitch tomorrow night against the Cincinnati Steam. The Scouts will try to play that spoiler role. The final numbers, the Steam 16 runs on 18 hits, 11 left on base. The Scouts 5 runs on 10 hits, 7 left on base, and Xenia falls to 15 and 23 on the season. For Andrew Alix and for Caden Owens, I'm Gabe Genovesi. Have a blessed night, everybody.